What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. We are back, and we are here to talk all about Franny's Bachelorette weekend in Miami. We have Gia, Francesca's sister, with us, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know. So we are going to recap the entire weekend, and we couldn't do it without Gia.
Yes,
because,
thank you for having me.
Gia did a wonderful job planning this weekend.
Thanks.
And top to bottom, fantastic.
Thanks.
It was just an amazing weekend overall, but I feel like we got to go day by day.
Yeah, Gia's Big Chicks in the Office debut.
Yes.
I'm nervous. My hands are sweating a
Don't
little
be
bit.
nervous.
Thanks.
Just act like it's this past weekend.
Right. Yeah, I'm very excited
Like we're
to
all
be
just
on.
hanging.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was. It was.
We're all,
it was
like,
just,
dying.
yeah, no, it's tough. At some points, I sound okay, and then it just goes. Maybe I just have to whisper.
Yeah, ASMR podcast. Recap.
If I just whisper, it's all okay. Oh my God, I just had I still feel high on life.
Yeah.
Like I woke up at, first of all, it's beautiful in New York today.
It's beautiful.
So I woke up at I looked at my phone, it was 7:30, and I was like, let's get this day. I mean, I went back to sleep.
Yeah. Let's get this. No.
But I was awake for a solid 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, do I just get up and start the day? I was like, no, I should really go back.
I kind of felt like the cool kid walking into the office today. I was like, yeah, like I was in Miami, whatever, no big deal. Like I was at the club,
Super casual.
whatever. Meanwhile, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was such a, literally a 1,000,000 out of 10 weekend. Like, I don't think it could have gone any better. But
Well, I guess we could also start because I hinted at it a little bit last week before we left.
yes.
But this is just, a warning to all those out there when you're booking Airbnbs and you're doing your homes and doing all those things. Triple, quadruple check. Keep it within Airbnb, the whole thing. Won't get into too much detail, but got taken for a little bit of a ride by this woman.
We got scammed
Who,
Tell it how it is. You get scammed.
by
Yeah,
a
no.
professional scammer.
100%. When we booked the house in January, our alerts went up a little bit, but we had felt we were reassured enough. We were, now obviously that's not how it worked out. Got a call early this week
On Monday.
Monday that house isn't available, blah 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 blah, these zoning, a whole just ridiculous excuse. And then and also my bank account's frozen right now due to fraud and I can't get you your money back. What's wild is just to this woman, pick a lane.
Right.
Either be a scammer and embrace it or don't,
Yeah.
Because she is one. And she is still messaging me, and she's still messaging my mother saying, I promise you, I'll get you your money back. She messaged us this morning that she'll send us half of it at the end of June, half of it at the end of July.
What?
I'm like, are
my
you
God.
fucking crazy? Because we were like, look, we are going to file a lawsuit. This is insane. It was a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we're gonna sue your ass.
yeah, she's like, oh no, I promise, so you'll get your money back. You know, bullshit.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I
Right.
see
It's,
it.
it's also either ghost, be a
that's
scammer,
what I'm saying.
and stop messaging.
Disappear with
take
my
the
money.
money and run.
Yeah, I mean, she probably already spent it. Now
Fucking burglars.
we've already
Yeah, she's in Paris.
we did some Googling. Honestly, one of my friend's husbands found shit on this lady. She's got open lawsuits against her already. She's on her Instagram fucking running around Paris. So we're like, well, she's already
city
out
of
of
love.
She's already out of the fucking country.
She literally used that money to probably buy Eras Tour tickets.
Yeah, that's right. Literally. So yeah, so that was a bit of a heart attack
Yeah, that
at
was
the
a
beginning of the
disaster.
week. However, due to, the circumstances, and a massive thank you to my mother who came in
The goat.
and really helped save the day
Mm-hmm.
and found this house that we stayed in, which
was amazing.
It was
the house
lovely.
was absolutely perfect.
Fabulous.
But yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, it was just a
we took
big
a
pain in the ass.
we took a net loss on housing for sure.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate, but you know, the way that the house ended up working out for everybody was great. It was the perfect amount of people. There was room for everybody. Everybody got a bed. Everybody had a place to sleep, which is great. Gia and Rhea did end up being roomies.
Yes, we did.
Because it was like we were 14. We were 14, so it worked out perfectly that everyone could pair off two and two.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just put these two together.
And I'm glad we were.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had a fantastic time.
We had some great moments.
We did. We had some great moments alone. But you know, like when you have those great moments and you just, if you try telling anyone about them, they're just not as funny.
Yeah.
Like Gia and I filmed a video on the last night that only, like, truly only we will ever understand because in the moment it was hilarious. And I woke up and I watched it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, I felt that I felt that way with a lot of the videos we filmed when we came over.
One of the I don't know if it was the first night that we were there, but like one of the first things Rhea asked me when we were in bed together, she was like, "How do you sleep?" And I was like,
because
on my stomach. And then she proceeded to tell me about she was sleeping with one of her friends and she like didn't know if her friend touched her butt by accident or something. And I was like, Rhea, I'm not gonna like molest you when you sleep. Like you don't have to.
I didn't think you were gonna at all. I said I've kept this story in basically forever. And
She was like, "Are you a toucher?"
Yeah,
basically I was
like, I sleep on my stomach. I
Are
don't
you
know.
gonna like accidentally touch me in the middle of the night? And then you did by accident. Your foot was on, your whole leg was on top of my body one night.
I kind of tend to do that.
It was funny because we were just laying there, and you know, like I said, I love sleepovers. I love talking at night, and Gia, for some reason, just every night, like there wasn't like she, you know, like people like scroll on their phone. Or they'll talk or whatever. Like we would get into bed and Gia would be asleep in 2 seconds, and I would be like babbling, like I'm like nonstop talking, and I hear nothing back, and I'm like, "Are you sleeping?" And she's like, "I was."
There would be like 20 minutes of silence, and then Rhea would start like singing or something.
Because I was like, so tell me how you sleep.
Are you awake?
Yeah, no, literally.
No,
I'm like-
literally.
I'm like, wait, I just saw a video. I want to ask you about it, but if you want to go to sleep, you can go to sleep.
I was like, you can talk to me. It's fine.
I said, never mind. I'll save it for the morning.
Now I was like,
You
now
did-
I
mean,
need
you
to
did
know.
you did get me and Madeline Friday night for a while, like where we just like came in to say goodnight and ended up like sitting at the edge of the bed for like 30 minutes.
I'll say, like I've talked about this before. I don't smoke anymore.
Yeah.
But this weekend, my roommate was Gia.
Yeah.
So I did partake 2 of the nights.
It tends to happen.
And
Circumstances beyond your control.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
because I don't anymore, like I legitimately can't remember the last time I have.
Yeah.
That I was getting that high school high where I would like was getting the giggles and like rambling on that I felt so bad when I woke up the next morning and I was like, I kept them in here for 30 minutes talking about my cousin's grandma.
Yeah.
that whatever, I won't get into it again. But I just was like, why was I rambling about that? But it was just the high school giggles.
It
Yeah,
was
it
it was
happens.
extremely entertaining. But really, like, I don't know. The weekend went with what's the saying? Without a hitch.
Yeah, went with a bang. Went out with a bang.
I don't know.
Went out with a bang and
Also,
without
did
a
not have
hitch.
really did
Yeah.
not have
no hiccup.
a single issue.
No.
I know that
Besides the massive scammer at the beginning
no,
of the week.
no, that's what.
Besides the
That
loss,
took it all
yeah.
away because
Bria texted me and was like, "Wow, that house was really just like so great." And I was like, "Yeah." Besides the fact that we just
that
like
it
lost
wasn't-
a shit ton of money in the
Yeah.
first house.
It wasn't supposed
Right.
to be that house.
But it did work out so well. But I know I brought it up before, but we did have like a party planner for the weekend.
Yes, Avery.
Shout out Batch Boss.
Batch Boss.
Avery fucking crushed it. If you guys want to do parties, bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, birthday like they do all like
Any
group
type,
trips
yeah.
and stuff. fucking crushed. I mean, it
was awesome.
Every dinner
Crushed it.
reservation,
Amazing.
making sure. You know what I found on Bachelorette trips that too can be tough is like when you're a big group. If who's gonna call the Uber? Does everyone have one? Do we have?
The
Yeah.
party bus was clutch.
Making sure that like there were, but there was cars,
Yeah, the
3
cars,
cars
yeah.
waiting for us every time we had to go somewhere. Every time we had to come back, everything was done. She organized the boat day,
Yep.
the dinners, club, like everything was so helpful. Also, just like the decor, the swag, everything.
Dealing
with me.
We're wearing
the
our
sweatshirts
sweatshirts
right now.
Gia's design, they came out fantastic.
Yeah, they're cool.
Show off the back.
The back is sick.
Yep.
It was so cool.
Yep.
So cool.
So cool. Hats and like the goodie
Not
bag
these,
and-
not these, of course.
Not
The
these
ones
hats.
from
No,
11.
these are
These are from 11.
yeah. But like all the balloons, the
Yeah, the
like we had
balloons,
a
yeah.
really
Decorations were
cool
just amazing.
wall with like a little neon sign and big balloon arch and everything. Like they, the balloons in my room, everything was so great.
Yeah.
So you can go, you can check it out if you want to plan a party.
Yeah, we tagged him a bunch in like all of our stuff.
yep,
So
yep.
like, and look
Yes.
at Francesca's Instagram. You can find her.
Avery said she would give our follower. Oh my god, I can't even fucking speak. Avery said
got
she would
this.
give our followers. I have to scream, or it's either like whisper or scream.
Yeah,
10% off.
Nice.
Oh, that's
if you wanna,
amazing.
like send them chicks that chick sent you, and
that's huge.
10% off. So if you're looking to plan, she fucking crushed.
Yeah,
it.
she
It
did.
was amazing.
So it was just, and like Thursday coming in, what was also really nice, and it was funny because I was joking about it, and I was pushing her buttons, but my mom came for Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was very happy she did. It was a lot of fun.
It seemed like she had a lot of fun.
She had a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And also like, it's just always helpful when your mommy's around, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And Thursday was
Yeah.
casual. Like it was dinner and
Yeah.
hanging at the house.
Yeah.
exactly. So it was nice. Also, just like we drove from Jupiter, so she had her car. You guys were able to set up. We were able to go.
Get
She
the
was
food,
able to
yeah.
help me do our big
Yeah.
grocery run. Like so like it
She
was.
cleaned up the kitchen.
Yeah. No, I mean it was.
She found all the plates that we would have never
she
found.
made bacon Friday morning.
Yeah. She's the goat.
And she, took some group pics and
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
dancing with us and we all.
Yeah, she commented on my Instagram like, pick cred to pick number 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Like, God forbid the world doesn't know that you were pick cred for
Photo
pick number 4.
creds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she came in clutch for
No,
sure.
she did. So it was a lot of fun. And we had a great dinner Thursday night.
Yeah, delicious.
Delish. Came home. Thursday was very
chill.
chill, which was good. Even though Sneaky Friday morning was like my worst hangover
Oh,
of the
really?
entire
Well,
weekend.
Everybody drank a lot Thursday night, but it was
Yeah.
still chill.
Yeah.
But it was a good.
It's true.
It was a good breakup for the rest of the weekend. Like Thursday
I
had to be
mixed
casual,
around-
or else
Yeah.
nobody's making
Yeah.
it to the end of the
I
weekend.
mixed around my alcohol a little bit too much.
I didn't drink that much on Thursday because I knew that
Yeah.
I had a heavy day in the next day. So.
Yeah, I knew that as well. It's just
Well, it's your bachelorette.
To be,
Yeah,
to be
you-
completely
you
honest,
shouldn't
I
take it
didn't
easy.
Yeah.
even really like quantity wise. It was not
It
crazy.
was a lot of mixing of
Yeah.
different
But, yeah,
types.
yeah. So,
we started
and-
like mom was making like Aperol spritzes,
Sugar.
and then
Yeah.
we got those palomas, and then
Yeah.
we moved to martinis, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Joe sent those lemon drop shots.
yeah, Joe sent shots
that were delicious, but
Yeah.
also had a lot of sugar in them.
Yeah, they had a lot of sugar in them, a lot.
They had a lot of sugar, but that was really, really good. And then honestly, like Friday, the boat day and 11 like are in competition for the most fun
Yeah,
I had, but the boat was so fun.
The
boat was very
it wa-
wholesome, very
it
fun,
was
good
so much
vibes.
fun because
Yeah.
it was like a full 4 hours out on the water.
And it was
just
a beautiful day.
Like
Beautiful
I turned to
day.
her and said, "This is the most perfect weather that I've ever seen. Hot, but also has that nice breeze
Yeah, it was
that
very
you're not on the
windy.
boat like freaking out how hot it is. Just drinking music, great lunch, like just
Yeah,
a
Pure Vita
fantastic
fucking
setup.
slaps.
And you were having the time of your life, actually all weekend, which was amazing to see how happy you were
Yeah.
all weekend. And like, I just feel like every single thing that was planned, you had the biggest smile on your face. The
Yeah,
whole time.
I was thrilled, and I love a boat.
Hmm.
I love drinking on a boat, and it just all like I don't know, it just all came together.
No, it was
so well.
perfect.
And also, like I know that it probably kind of sounds silly, but when I get to listen to all the music that I love,
Yeah.
nothing makes me happier.
Yeah,
Truly,
I so get that.
nothing makes me happier. And because it was my weekend, I got to do it all weekend long.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Which was great. I didn't have to make any sacrifices. It wasn't like, oh, maybe change it to this for a little bit. Or like,
Yeah.
I got to listen to all my music, which just made me
Yeah.
so happy.
It's funny because we started off the boat with like rap and like house music, like get it started.
And I love house music.
And then by
Had to
the
get it
end,
started.
Yeah, exactly. And then by the end, I think on our way back, we were listening to like Demi Lovato,
Yeah,
High
The
School
Climb.
Musical.
Because I
yeah.
rewatched.
Jonas Brothers,
First of all,
course.
I think I exhausted between the boat Friday night and Saturday night. I think I exhausted like every Disney classic
yeah,
that could have been played was played.
Yeah.
Show tunes.
Hit them
Yeah.
all.
We went into Broadway Friday night.
every
76
musical.
trombone.
Yeah.
We went into the whole Greatest Showman soundtrack.
Yeah. No, I remember like I think it was like Saturday night. I was like 4 a.m. at this point, and we're like, someone played the first Greatest Showman song, and Francesca was like, "Oh my God, we haven't even gotten to Greatest Showman. Like we all have to stay up for 30 more minutes."
It's like, oh my God, I no Greatest Showman
Yeah,
song.
we haven't even
I know.
tackled that yet.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
And then no, which is so great. So like I was rewatching the video of all of us dancing and singing to Every Day from High School
Yes,
Musical
that
2,
was a
which
very
is
wholesome
a
moment.
banger.
It's one of the best
Such a
songs. I mean,
banger.
every song from High School Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Nah, every day. I love when
Every
they all
day.
clap too.
Ooh, yeah. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. It just
Every day.
I mean, it was so euphoric.
Yeah.
I ascended.
It was a great
into
moment,
another
and
level.
like watching you guys too, and like Rhea, like me and Rhea were kind of like in between like the two friend groups, and it was like a good moment, everyone coming together.
Right.
Like not that there was any separation or anything, but like it was just a great moment for Francesca, all of her like closest friends singing Every Day. I was like, damn, like I miss my homies. Like this is such a,
It was a special moment.
yeah, it was a really beautiful
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, no, me, Claire, and Megan, who I've known those two the longest, were really like ripping some Demi Lovato, and everyone was
Yes.
just watching us
Yeah.
like, I don't know this one, and we were like, that's okay.
No, I was shocked that people didn't know La La Land.
Yeah, that was
like,
upsetting.
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
It was
like,
a little upsetting that there wasn't
What
a lot
kind of
of
Yeah.
childhood did you know that you don't know?
Right.
Get
d-
Back by Demi
No.
Lovato. Like,
True.
yeah,
But
ma-
there's
but
the
I guess
ones
like
that
some of
do,
them
you know?
didn't have like older. Like I feel like having an older sister made me
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
type of music.
And I also just like was such a
You were such a Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so
that-
was I.
yeah.
So
it just really stuck with me. But no, God, that boat was so fun.
yeah,
So
it was
much
fun.
Captain was
The captains
so
were
funny.
great. They were very
Andres.
cute. We were listening to
great.
Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, and he came out with like a towel as a sarong and started like dancing.
He suggested, he was like, I just need one song, Backstreet Boys. We were like, okay, we'll get it for you.
Yeah. So
And he sang his
Claire-
heart out.
Yeah.
Claire, he was requesting it for a while, and then Claire went to go pull out the bottle of prosecco from the cooler, and he like took it out of her hand and like held it hostage and was like, "I want it that way."
He was like, you will get this back when you
Yeah,
play that song.
She was like, "Okay."
It was so funny.
I get
He
it.
was- He was so much fun.
Yeah,
And it
they
was
were
really
great.
nice.
Super nice guys.
So nice, like everybody, like really so accommodating.
Yeah, it was funny
Everything was
because
figured out.
there's an unknown law, to me at least, that you can only have 13 people on the boat, or 13 or 12.
Yeah, it's a charter thing. Cause it's like if you own a giant fucking boat,
Oh, yeah,
you can
yeah.
have like you can do whatever you want on the boat.
Yeah.
You own it. But since like we were chartering the boat, you could only have 13
Yeah.
people.
So
So
when we
was a
we
little-
moved, did we
Yes.
have to split up? So
little
Francesca's two
side
friends had to
boat.
go on like a little
They looked relaxed though.
Yeah, they
I
looked
said
like
to
they
them,
were
I was like,
having
you
a
guys
good
look
time.
really, and they were like, it was actually really nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, they seemed to enjoy. I mean, they volunteered to get back on it every
Yeah.
time we had to.
Yeah,
Bring
the
the boat.
captain took them on like their own little like tour.
Yeah.
Like they were
Yeah.
like going.
They were
on
like,
their
we
own
saw
way.
dolphins. We got to go closer to the houses.
yeah,
Got a good look.
It was very
We were
funny.
blasting Luke Combs, which I was like, good for you, because I wouldn't have been blasting Luke Combs.
Yeah, no,
on
there
my
was
side
there
of
was
the boat.
no country
no
music
offense to
played.
Luke Combs, but just
Yeah, no, we
No.
love Luke Combs
Yeah.
in this house, but we're not country
Yeah,
girls.
no, we're not. We're
Yeah,
not.
especially in Miami.
No. But it was like, that was so fun.
Yes, so fun. And then what did we do when we got back? We just went back to the house and got...
It was
Yeah,
Joe.
it was
Oh,
Joe night.
Joe.
We
Did
were really
change?
hyping up our costume night.
Yeah.
Everybody delivered.
Yes.
There was, Lauren was cracking me up because she accidentally ordered her Joseph costume to her apartment in New York and whatever. So she like scrambled to get one to come by Friday.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, 7 o'clock maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was tracking the Amazon. And we're
Truck.
like, she's like, oh, okay. It says it's in the area, 9 stops away. Like, it's so close. The truck pulls up. She runs outside. She's like, oh, do you have anything? Lauren Sinclair. And the guy's going, oh, no. Is it Madeline? I see Gia.
Yeah.
Like, all these other boxes. And she was like, what? And so there was honestly like a lot of boxes, but he comes up with 5 boxes. And Laura and I are looking at every single one. We're like, that's Madeline. Gia.
Yeah.
And then we turn over the last box and it was like Lauren. And we were like, yes. I thought she was going to kiss him on the mouth. Like, she was so excited. And it just, like, it worked out so perfectly.
Yeah, it did work out perfectly.
Everybody crushed it. So good.
Grandpa Joe was
Grandpa Joe-
was a hit. Was a crowd favorite.
Well,
I
he
would
took
say.
on a whole new persona.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of character.
Yeah.
Once I enter a character, it's hard to get out of. And
You're a method actor.
I am. And I stayed in that character for actually entirely too long.
The top floor of the house, there's an opening that you could see down to the next level, and I was up there. Rhea was just hopping around,
Gallivanting.
with her cane,
Yeah.
listening to
Come with me.
yeah, I got a golden ticket.
Charlie!
She's dancing around by herself. What was also so funny is Rhea was like, oh, I need to get a cane. We're like, oh, we're in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, we can go to fucking
Easy.
go to CVS. Like,
Yeah,
we'll find
no.
a cane.
Yeah.
And when Mom and I went to Publix on Thursday, we're checking out. We have everything. I go, oh, shoot, Mom, like, let me go see if I can find a cane. And she was like, where are you going to find a cane? I'm like, I don't know. And I kid you not, I turned around and there was just a display of
canes.
canes.
The holy grail of
No, truly. And
In
they
Publix.
were, and it was, I certainly overspent on this
I was
cane.
gonna say,
because it was
a nice cane.
It was
It was a
state
nice
of the art. It had 3 prongs at the bottom. It was retractable.
It was purple.
I mean, it was perfect.
No, it was like pretty expensive,
And-
but I was like, it's right in my face.
Yeah.
But we
It was
also
calling to
needed
me.
it. Like,
Yeah.
little did we know that this cane would actually be an important utensil in our vacation.
Saved
Yeah.
me and Gia's life.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
that
let's wait.
too-
Let's go through Friday and then
Yeah.
we'll
that
get to
too,
Saturday
but you
morning.
also would have it really, your costume would just not have
Not
it would
be
have
the
been
same without
missing.
the
Yeah,
cane.
yeah, and need the cane.
Everybody crushed it though. Everybody was so creative, and all the costumes looked incredible. And it was so funny watching everybody the whole night in costume. I seriously though, like, couldn't shake the Grandpa Joe the entire night. Like, I woke up Saturday morning and was limping, and I was like, wait. We don't have to be doing this anymore. We don't. Right now, thanks to Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, you can get tickets to every event that you want to attend. Maybe it's a sporting event. You know, the weather's getting warm. Maybe you want to hit a little baseball game outside in this warm weather. Maybe you want to get to a concert, a show. We have been to many shows thanks to Game Time. We know Noah loves using Game Time to go to his favorite concerts. And you shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets, just like we don't worry when it comes to Game Time. When you buy tickets to your next big event, you don't want to worry. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all of the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee, which means that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Game Time is the best place for last minute seats with up to 60% off your favorite events. What are you waiting for? buy those tickets to the next event that you want to attend for $60. You can get it for last minute seats up to 60% off your favorite events if you search Game. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. That's Game Time app, create an account, use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download the Game Time app today. Use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. I want to talk about Gia and I's lead up to Friday night.
Okay, yeah.
Because there was a big reveal on Friday night, a surprise that Gia and I had been keeping in for weeks. And this surprise we were so unsure of. So
it was
Gia pulls me aside weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Did your family know you guys were doing this? Okay, so this is definitely what your mom almost spilled the beans on when we were dress shopping.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now it's all coming together.
And we talked about it that
because I was like, and then I kind of forgot.
You're right.
I forgot that your mom was like, oh, I think it's a surprise. Never mind. For like,
yeah.
I was like, what? I mean, I didn't even hear her in the first place.
Right.
So I was like, it was okay. But
I just thought this was so funny, so I told everybody that I could besides you.
That's true. I did tell everyone.
Gia pulled me aside in the office, and she's like, Rhea, like, I don't know about this, but bless you.
Thank you.
Avery's asking if we want like dancers, like they're gay male dancers, and so we're going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, that sounds fun and funny, like, but I think that we had forgotten that they call strippers dancers. Like, I think we were like confusing the two. Like, I knew they would be strippers, but I thought it would be less strippy than this one.
No,
so I'm like, Gia, I think we talked about it for a while, and we came to the conclusion that your friends would think it's hilarious, and like you would think it's funny, even if, you know, like, we didn't think they were gonna be crazy.
We asked everyone,
and we
too.
asked all your friends. Well, we asked all your friends this weekend. Like, it was like before he showed up. But we were like, okay, gay male dancers, like they'll come in, they'll be funny, they'll strip, but it'll be funny. Like, it's not going to be like too heavy. So,
and we,
I think you guys were imagining more of like
magic,
a performance,
like
that we would all sit and watch.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly
I thought
what we were
that they
envisioning.
would come up and maybe like,
like
gyrate
a little bit,
you
like
know,
Magic
twerk
Mike a little bit, but like
not
what had transpired. So Friday comes around. And
we're
like
debating
all
this
day.
We're debating this
like
up until the last
literally
second.
up until the last minute. Okay, so Hibachi comes at 7 p.m. And Gia
which,
and I,
by the way, fantastic.
amazing.
Oh my God, the food
highly
was
recommend
so good.
for like a big group trip. To just like do that at the house, like it was
great. You could do it for. I did it for my birthday a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You could do it for any occasion.
It was
it's
awesome.
fantastic.
and he just Chef Sean just fired everything up, and then like we had all these great leftovers too,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
was
it
like
was fire.
such an easy, like painless,
It was so
clean
good.
up and good, so great.
So good. So we leave the boat and
we're all in Joe costumes. Keep this in mind.
Oh yeah, but before we get to the Joe costumes, Gia and I, we leave the boat, but we're in separate cars. And Gia's texting me. I have to pull up the messages because we did not know what the fuck to do. So she starts sending me the messages with this guy.
The guy is messaging
I'll
me.
leave his name blank.
Yeah.
I think it's a fake name anyways.
Yeah. What should we say it then? If it's a fake name?
Just call him Bob.
Okay. So, yeah. Hi, Gia. This is Bob, your stripper for tonight. Please confirm. Time, 9 p.m. Location, outfit, cop. So immediately we're dying. Gia's like, do I tell him we're going to be dressed up? I'm like, yeah. Like, do you tell him that? And then she goes, then he sends more of the rules.
Yeah, he's like sending rules. He's
all
like,
the rules. No men are allowed to be present. It's uncomfortable for everybody. There can be an exception if there's a gay best friend. Please have the ladies wear soft clothing, no jeans or sequins. They scratch me up. Please have a space.
That's when we knew. We're like, oh no.
Please have a space
God.
clear for me to put the chair and dance in. If you'd like to take pictures or videos, please don't publish anything that shows my face. It's best to have the show indoors at a private location. So we're like, okay, a lot of rules.
Yeah, we're like, okay, these are a lot of rules.
We should probably tell him we're going to be dressed up
Yeah.
in boy costumes because he's saying no guys.
He was fine with it. He was
and
like,
There will be no men, but we will all be dressed as men.
And I said to Gia, I'm like, I gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting like full stripper. I thought it was a group event dancing.
Yeah.
Gia's like, I know. Now I'm like, I don't know. So I said, I feel like we can manage this. Gia sends his he sends his Instagram.
No, his Instagram's
We're seeing
insane.
him
Do tricks on it.
Yeah,
he's doing tricks on it. And we're
Upside
like,
down, naked splits in the air. And
With the thong on, with the
and
thong
I'm
on.
like, and she sends me the picture and she's like, no fucking way.
he's fully doing the splits upside down, head
dick
in her
face.
in the girl's vagine.
The whole thing, dick in face. So I'm like, should I ask the group their thoughts before we just surprise everybody with this man? Like, what if everybody's uncomfortable?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Right.
like
That was the right call.
so.
I'm glad everybody else knew
Yeah.
he was coming.
Yes.
So we asked everybody. Everybody gave a resounding yes. Like, they were like, that's fucking hilarious. Your friends were like, oh, we're hyped now. Like, everyone was super excited. So I was like, okay, we can't cancel this now. So then Hibachi came at 7, but Hibachi was taking a little bit. So we were like, okay, we need to push this back to 9:30. So it's getting closer and closer to the time. And Gia and I
legitimately felt like I was going to throw up. I'm not like the type of, like, we're not like the type of people to do this type of stuff. So like, this was very much out of my our comfort zone. Like, but I something was telling me that it was just going to be so funny. So just brace through it. And he was like taking his sweet old time, like getting from the car to the door.
and to show up in general, Gia and I went up to our room and Fran walked in and
The two of you were like this at the edge, sitting next to each other at the edge of the bed. And I was like,
we were kind of just like sitting there in silence,
you
just
were
like
just
staring
sitting
at
there,
each other.
and I thought one of you like wasn't feeling well. I was like, are you guys okay?
We're like, we're having a heart to
and
heart.
Fran, and I was like, I just hit Gia's pen. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Which is not true. And so she walks away. And so me and Gia are
I literally was
literally.
like, that was so weird. I'm like, are they good?
We're going back and forth. Like, it's literally 2 minutes before 9:30 now. And we're like, do we cancel this? And then I'm like, okay. Like, we're looking at his Instagram and we're like, he's going to be fucking upside down.
So we're like, okay, well, just
We'll
tell
just
him,
message
like,
him.
don't go too crazy,
Yeah.
like whatever.
So
like,
I
we're
typed up
new.
a message and I was like, hey, obviously we want to have fun and we want you to do your thing, but like, just don't go too hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And if that wasn't too
I
hard,
don't know
And
what
what
his
is hard?
definition of too hard is, because that was hard to me, what he did out there. So he took his sweet ass time, and then Gia disappeared, and then you came up to me and you were like, is Gia okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, she's just not feeling well. And meanwhile, my stomach really started to hurt
yeah, my
too.
stomach was really hurting.
Like, I was like, I'm about to poop my pants right now.
I
because-
thought I was like, I have diarrhea. Like, I'm literally so nervous.
Yeah, like I felt like, honestly, but like I felt like before we go on stage for a show, like I was like, I'm gonna poop my pants. Like, what's happening right now? Because he had a lot of instructions. He was like, you need to make
it
sure
was
the
a lot,
music is shut off because I have my own speaker.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So he comes to the door and he bangs on the door because he's like pretending to be the police. I open the door and I'm like, guys, the police are here. The police are here. Like,
Claire also sold it so well. She came running over and was like, "Oh, turn the music down. Turn the music down. I think the cops are." And I was like, "What?" Like,
that did not go over well with Fran. The cops.
I had
the cops.
like, in hindsight, it was 9:30 p.m. on a Friday. Like, in Miami, and I
right?
just like, it just did not cross my mind of this being what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, not once I think, oh, a cop is here. Like, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, oh no.
So he opens the door and he comes in and I see Francesca's face and she just immediately goes, oh no.
Right.
Oh no. And I'm like,
And immediately I'm like, fuck. She hates this. And he's like this. Anybody got narcotics on them?
He's like, I'm gonna have to do a strip search.
He's like, get against the wall, young lady. I'm gonna have to cuff you. And puts Fran up against the wall. And we're like, me and Gia are looking at each other like,
I literally went, no.
Don't touch her.
Literally throughout the entire Gia, like, I kept making eye contact with Gia. She was like white face, like, are you okay?
I just kept like, I just wanted to make sure Francesca was okay.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot, and
It
like
was
I
a
just
lot.
didn't want her to feel uncomfortable.
Right.
So like at any moment, if I wanted you to be like, I'm done.
No, let
and
me tell
even
you, he tossed me around.
He tossed her around
you like a rag doll. It was insane.
I was literally shook
was
to my
flying.
core.
That picture I posted.
I felt dainty.
Yeah, you looked dainty.
You looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like you were like going all over the place. I was like, shit.
She was lifting me up in the chair.
It was
It
insane.
was crazy.
The picture I posted on my Instagram, me falling over as Grandpa Joe, was my reaction during the stripper. Like, picture all of us dressed as Joes, and this stripper comes in.
Yeah.
So he started going up to everybody.
Yeah.
He looked at me and Madeline, who was dressed as Joe Exotic, and I was dressed as Grandpa Joe, and we were standing next to each other, and he just walked away. He didn't even
He did not. He was
try.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not giving you any moment.
He didn't even try to throw his dick in our faces like he did to everybody else.
No.
Which was honestly hilarious because one of my underrated favorite parts of Rhea's costume was that she had that giant nightgown on, but she was like an old man who just like went commando. She was just like in a thong. So I'm like, if some of the buttons came undone, like her ass was just out. So
that was during the lap dance I gave you before the stripper came up.
Yes,
that was the
yes.
preview. But yeah,
That was the preview.
When he walked over to me and Madeline, who we are pictured Joe Exotic and Grandpa Joe standing next to each other, and then turned away.
That's so funny.
We were cracking up. We were like, he wants nothing to do with us. He said no men, and we were dressed mostly like we
you
had
guys looked the
stashes
most
and
like
wigs
men.
on,
Yeah.
which was hilarious. But yeah, he tossed you around. He then got your other friends up there, and the most hilarious picture is him dancing on Joseph, your friend who is Lauren, who is dressed as Joseph, and he is dancing.
Oh my God!
And her hands are in the air, and
holy
she's
shit.
and she's
Allie
dressed
was
as
sitting there.
Joseph.
He did the full upside down split in Allie's pitch.
The
He
pictures,
did tricks on it like I've never
I mean, he went
seen
around to everyone.
before.
I was like,
He
I
teabagged
was
my
like-
head.
I was
literally
like a little
did.
worried about my high school friends. I kept looking at them, being like, "Oh God, like, are they okay?"
I thought that Bridget McNally was going to have a literal
No, I thought she
heart
was gonna have a
attack.
stroke. Like, I was
and
like,
I made sure with them, especially, I was like, "Are you guys okay with this?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah."
Oh my
So
God!
I was
it
like,
was
"Okay."
so
but
funny.
the images, like the reaction shots,
the one of
all
Meg,
you guys,
where she's
like Megan's dressed as Joe Jonas, and she's like,
she has like the dark ass eyeliner on. She
was
looks
so fucking
funny.
oh my God, it was so. I mean, it was really so funny, and then he just kept going too.
Yes, yeah.
So then it was
I
like,
even
he was
gave him
dancing
like
with
the
you
wrap
guys,
it up.
and I mean, he's doing his job. He's like, you know, you paid for this.
And no,
like-
and it wasn't cheap, so like I get it,
Yeah.
but like I thought he was just gonna come and dance and then leave, but then he was like, "All right, we're gonna play a game," and I was
No,
like,
and then he fully blindfolded me.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, your friends are like gonna come like dance, and you had to like guess which one each one is.
Yeah.
And so like my friends were like on top of me. I'm just like feeling up all my friends, being like grabbing everybody's boobs. I'm like, okay, I know who this one is. Like,
I know when
was-
he said the game, me and Rhea looked at each other, we're like, "Okay, like this is okay, like the
Yeah,
friends are coming."
We
like,
kept looking at each other like,
yeah.
"Is this okay?" And then
Yeah.
after it all ended, I went up to Fran and I was like, "Were you, like, I'm so sorry. Like, were you okay with that?" Like, and she was like, "No, it was perfectly like fine. Like,
Yes.
he maybe went 20% overboard, but besides that 20%, like," and he said to her, like, we saw him say to Fran, like,
Yeah.
"If you're uncomfortable at any point,
yeah,
like,
no,
please let me know."
He was great.
Um,
He was whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
there
Yeah.
were
But
points where I was like, "Don't do that to her."
He just had like a really. He also just had like a really funny voice.
Yeah.
Like he obviously had a character
performer voice, yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
So even when he was like being nice and making sure I was okay, he was still talking in that voice.
Just tell me everything's.
So he's like, "You're a really good sport," and I was like, "Oh my fucking!"
It was.
It's like, "Oh my fucking God!"
There's a lot of videos I have of you where your eyes are just completely shut and you're just like,
Well,
just take me, like almost like.
No, I was like, if it's just gonna happen. And there were sometimes he was like, "All right, like you can grab me." I'm like, "Okay," but there like the pictures, I'm like, my hands are like on
His
him,
butt.
but like my fingers
Yeah,
are flexed out.
You're like,
as
I'm
far
not
as they
touching-
possibly
yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're on there, but
Yeah, that's the part that was 20% overboard. It was like, flip her, throw her around, but don't you dare make her do that.
Yeah.
But the ending when he went into the bathroom and got changed, and then he came back out and he was like, "All right, group picture. Everybody grab my dick."
You were like, "Okay." He's like, "No, put your hand on it." We're like, "No, we don't want to."
No, sir.
there's
weren't
just all of
even-
us were going like this.
There were,
Like
Yeah.
air hold.
there weren't even like woos and ahs. There were shrieks of horror the entire time. Like,
Oh my
it wasn't
God.
even like, "Woo, yeah, go Fran." It was like, "Ah."
Oh my God. It
When-
is truly
when
something I'll never
he-
forget for the rest of my
when
life.
he
Some
flipped
heights.
over in his thong and fucking
Did the split.
gyrated his ass in the air and was, oh my God.
I mean, let me tell you something. That man is strong.
Oh my
talented.
God.
yeah, very
My
impressive.
God.
He made us all give him a slap on the butt before he left. He said, "It's bad luck. If you don't slap me on the butt, you have to. You're gonna get bad luck." And then he made Francesca before he left. He was taking a sweet time leaving. I was like, "All right, everybody, slap him on the butt so this guy can leave."
Let's slap him and get him out of here. Yeah, it was fucking
Slap
hilarious.
this stranger's
like,
bare ass.
truly, I'm so happy that we went through with it
yes.
because it ended up being so fucking funny, and I think everybody was
I'll
losing their minds.
That one
at it.
picture with Allie, like I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Like
and then same with Lauren. It's so fucking funny.
It was so funny.
So,
that
so
was
funny.
It was it worked out, and then Gia and I went outside after, and Gia goes, "It could have gone worse, but it could have gone better."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I think it was was fun. It was perfectly fine and funny, and it was a perfect way to end Friday night.
Yeah,
because It had been the boat day,
Yep.
the Joe night, and I think if we weren't in costume and everyone was like dressed up, it would have been maybe a little bit weirder.
Yeah, if we were like in
but
dresses.
because everybody was dressed as men,
Yeah.
it was just an
was really
extra
funny.
layer of it being so funny. And Fran was like, there's something, like as it started, she was like, there's something really strange about being dressed as my fiance Joe now, getting a lap dance from this, this stripper.
Yep.
so funny.
But it was
That was unbelievable.
I'll truly never forget that for the
Never.
rest of my life.
Never, ever, ever.
And yeah, I just
I said I just like we were talking about it again Saturday morning, and I was like, I blacked out. Like I'm like
Yeah.
I cannot recall.
You said earlier, you were like, I have not got the courage to rewatch those
No,
videos.
I have not watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched them either. The only thing I've looked at is the picture of Allie. That's the only
Yeah.
one I've
I've watched them
because
all.
and I was trying to take videos of Francesca, but like
reaction
they would start to.
shots.
I'm like,
No, the same thing happened to me. Like I was trying to film and I couldn't even do it. I was falling over laughing. I couldn't believe my
Well, let me
eyes.
tell you something. I kept looking over at everyone, and everyone was like recording at different times, but they were recording like this. Like they're like everyone's had their fucking eyes closed, but their phones were out, so they could get it.
We just couldn't
They were,
believe what was happening to our
they
sweet
weren't
girl.
looking at me or the screen.
We couldn't believe it.
Oh my
There
God.
So at 9:10ish, like whatever, I was like, all right, shots. Let's do
yeah.
shots in the kitchen. And Fran's like, no. And I'm like, oh no. She's not in the mood right now. Like, what are we supposed to do? She was like, I've had so much alcohol all day. Like, I can't have another shot. She's like, I'll do a mixture of like vodka and high noon. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah,
And then,
I took something.
yeah.
I know
yeah.
everyone kept telling me like Fran's not drunk enough. Like, what do we do? Fran's not drunk enough. And I kind of was glad that you weren't that drunk because I feel like if you were really drunk, then it would have been weird. But I'm kind of
Yeah.
glad that you
Right.
And I
were,
also was like
like
not
cocaine.
sober.
There you
like,
were.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we were at that point. We had been drinking
yeah.
all day.
Like we were drinking all
We had
day.
the sake and
the freaking
hibachi.
sake shots
Yeah,
at dinner.
I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like she's fine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No. I was like the perfect amount
Yeah.
to have
Yes.
enjoyed that and not been like really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I think if I was on either side, it would have been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you were dead sober, it would have been like, what the fuck is
would've been
happening?
iffy.
And if you were
Yeah.
really drunk, it would really
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening
Yeah,
right now?
yeah.
But it was the perfect, like, you were giggly and it was,
No, it was.
Oh
It
my
ended up
God.
being hysterical.
It was truly just.
It really ended up being hysterical.
Nothing I'll never. And I'm also glad I did it because I feel like we'll never experience something like that in our lives, like ever again.
Right.
So it was just
Yeah.
so funny. Like it was just such a. And it was. I
Right.
feel like it was like a bonding moment for all of us.
for everybody,
Yeah.
right? Because then everybody the next day was all ready to go.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
felt like by Saturday, it was like, are we going to do this vacation again next year? Like,
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was fun. And then it was fun for Saturday to just kind of like wake up, put your
Chill.
bathing suit on. It was a little cloudy to begin with, and then it got nice like a little later in the day, and it was just perfect. So
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we went for a walk, and then it started fucking pouring, and so we got a tad wet, but
Yeah.
but it probably felt good.
it was actually really quite nice.
Yeah.
It's like Drew Barrymore in the rain.
Yeah, but it was actually really it was nice to have a slow
Yeah, morning.
start.
Yeah.
Like anybody who wanted to really like sleep in was able to.
Yeah.
Because Friday, even still, just like I'm like I could stay up and sing songs
I know.
with my friends in the kitchen literally all night long.
Yeah.
The only reason I was like, guys, I think I have to wrap it up is because I'm like, oh no, it's Friday
voice.
night. My voice is
Yeah.
going. I was like, I can feel it. I gotta stop screaming
That is really
the
such
greatest showman at the top of my lungs.
It's a beautiful pastime.
Yeah.
Singing in the kitchen with your
Oh my
girlfriends.
God.
And then another one hits, and you're like,
And
no,
then-
I forgot about this
oh
one.
my God. And then I had Allie sing because she has the voice of an angel.
Oh my God.
And-
Francesca, we were like pretty drunk. Francesca comes up to me.
Yeah.
Was this Saturday? No,
No,
yeah, this is
Friday,
Friday.
night. I just like
We're in the Joes.
I went up to Gia. I was like,
She's like, did you know that my friend
I was like,
Allie's a really
did you
good
know that
singer?
Allie can sing so well? I'm gonna make her sing.
I was like, oh,
Like,
yay.
Lauren was controlling the music. I go over. I'm like, Lauren, play Shallow, and I'm gonna have Allie sing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, Allie, hit it.
Let it rip. She was awesome.
Ugh.
I was
good.
mesmerized.
She's so good.
I feel like I was just standing there with the biggest smile on my face. Just
I know.
like, damn, like, I wish I was her.
That was another thing. Everybody had such great like Gia was like smiling ear to ear, like bouncing. Like Megan was just watching her like jaw on the floor, like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
But it's just
She was slaying.
Chelsea and Bridget came out of their rooms. They were like, what is that?
What is that siren song?
Who's that angel that just
Yeah, yeah.
appeared?
They were like, oh my God, who was singing?
She sang
We
that
were
other
like-
song, too,
Rhea was
was so
laying in
good.
bed. She texted the group like, oh my God, Allie, you sound amazing.
Because fucking Gia's joint had me off my rocker. Like I said, like I went into bed and I was like just sitting there with my Grandpa Joe costume on, with my hands like crossed, just laying in bed, no phone, listening to her sing from downstairs, and I was
I
like,
know. I should have
holy
given you
fuck.
a forewarning.
Yeah, those things that had
My
me.
joints were pretty strong. They were holding Keith, too.
I was fucking off my rocker, going, who's this angel that was just sent from heaven to sing in the house?
Yeah, she was amazing. She fucking crushed that shit.
I know.
She was awesome.
Gosh.
It was so
Yeah.
good. And then Saturday we laid by the pool all
Yeah.
day
All
because we
day.
had a big night Saturday night.
Yeah.
We were preparing to get to 11.
We got to eat the charcuterie.
oh,
Beautiful charcuterie.
Honestly, I was so happy with
Delish.
how that turned out too.
Yeah.
Because we had a long day Friday, hibachi Friday night.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hibachi's heavy.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of doing their own thing Saturday morning. Maybe like some people walked and got some coffee.
Yeah.
There was food, like you could make eggs if you wanted
Yeah.
some breakfast, or like we had yogurt and stuff too. So everyone like could kind of graze and figure it out. But then having like that giant charcuterie was so nice because
Yeah.
everyone could just like
Grazing.
pick and graze and
Grazing table.
have what
It
you
was
want a little
amazing.
bit as the day went on, because we had to giddy up. We had dinner out.
Yeah, 8:30.
And we did a party bus to dinner and to the club and then home, which really was fantastic.
party bus was excellent.
bus
And I
was
was a little
epic.
Excellent,
I was
yeah.
a little nervous because, you know, Miami traffic, the bus was a little late.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, we had it for 6 hours. So I was like, okay. And then I was already pre-worried about the club
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't want to have to leave the club early.
Yeah,
To get this bus. But he was great. He was like, I'm a little late. I'll make sure like I extend if you want to stay out longer
yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
nice.
But that was so perfect. Like we all could pile on. We went to Marion for dinner, which was
Fucking gas.
so
It was
fun. And
amazing.
Yeah.
truly my only regret from Saturday night is that we didn't have more time at that restaurant.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was really so fun. And we like kind of had to rush through like dinner.
Yeah.
Because
They also had like a weird drink thing that like you had to order.
yeah, no,
like,
I mean it was just
vodka.
because it was a price fixed menu.
Yeah.
Because
I was
we were
like,
a big
I
party.
want I just want my drink. Like,
Yeah, it was basically a bar package. The way
Yeah.
they do their like the tables with a big party is that
It makes sense.
I mean, you're basically ordering bottle service,
Yeah.
right? Like you can order cocktails and still hit your minimum that you need to, but with a group so big,
It's just
I was
easier.
like, if we all just order cocktails, everyone's gonna end up having like 2 drinks max.
Yeah.
Because like we're a big group, it's a big restaurant. The bartender's gonna like it just takes a while.
Yeah,
he
no, it
looked
makes
at me and was like,
sense.
look, if you all order martinis right now, it's gonna be 30 minutes for all these
Yeah.
drinks to come out. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So everybody handled it very well. Also so funny, we walked into the restaurant and
everyone thought we saw Messi.
my friend was like,
Oh my god.
oh my God, that's messy. That's messy. Oh my God, that's like freaking out. It was not messy.
It was not messy. He did look
like Messi.
But his eyes were way too like inverted into his head.
He did look like Messi. And then honestly, what was like funny. So all my college friends, like obviously we all met at Georgetown. And when we were freshmen, the basketball team was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And they had a player, Otto Porter Jr., who played many years in the NBA, actually has a NBA championship ring, I believe. I think
who?
I think he was on the Warriors when they won a championship.
Okay.
And he's on the
retired?
Wizards for a while.
Yeah.
I think he's done playing.
Oh.
So he is at a table on like a double date, basically.
Yeah.
And all my friends are going, oh my fucking God, it's Otto Porter sitting at the table behind
One of your friends was like, I'm going to go up right now and
No,
go
I
say
know.
hi. I was like, no.
I sat her back down. I was like, you do not go
No.
during the middle of dinner.
Yeah.
If he's still here when we all leave, you say something as we're walking out. And if he is getting up and leaving, then you could go over to something.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what happened. So like
The second he got up.
he got up, his
Second,
party was leaving, and my friend ran over to him and was like, "Oh my God, Otto! Like we're all Hoyas. Like
Yeah.
we're 2016. Like
And he was so nice. He had a
he
huge
was
smile.
he was like, what? Really?
Yeah.
Like oh my God! Like it was so nice. And then I was like, I was yelling at him too because I was feeling no pain at this point as well. I was like, so last time we were good. Like he was like,
He loved that.
He was like, oh stop.
He loved it. He loved it.
It's like we all took a huge big group
hilarious.
photo.
It's like
which
something
was,
Dad
they
would
need you
say.
back.
Yeah.
Was so funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Francesca was like, I was going to take the picture. Francesca was like, you're going to want to get in this. I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. Like, for sure.
We need you in this.
I know. I was like, well, we got to send it to our family. You got to
Yeah,
be
like
like,
honorary Georgetown.
and oh my God, I was just cracking up. But
Yeah.
really also like, it was one of those restaurants where obviously it's like big groups.
Yeah.
They had the dancers.
Dancers were
they-
so cool.
Bottle
Fun
service.
music.
Some fucking, I had to have been a 21st birthday party.
Yeah.
Harry.
Shout out fucking Harry because his 21st birthday, they were popping off. I'm assuming he was with his parents too. Because
Yeah, they were at the end of the table.
I don't know who was footing that bill.
I saw. There's
because,
older
my
people.
God, bottles of Dom, bottles of
were
1942.
Taking shots.
Harry
I
had
saw
that
the-
bottle of 1942 in his hand the entire night.
Oh my God. And let me tell you, I saw that bottle service menu.
Were you jealous of Harry?
Whoa, baby. No, that's too much. That's too much.
It was awesome watching
And
it.
also,
I was
like,
they're
I
having
knew-
a fucking
Yeah, I was
blast.
like, damn.
I also knew what was about to happen at 11, and I was like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
But no, the waiter was so nice, but I like kind of got, he was like arguing with me about leaving. He was like, what do you mean you're leaving?
Yeah.
I was like, we have to be at this
Yeah.
table at a certain time. Like,
Yeah.
and you know me, I was getting nervous. I was like, God forbid, like we're too late. And then
Yeah.
I was running through all the scenarios in my head, like they give away the table, like blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting,
Well,
like,
because by the end of the dinner, like we were up and dancing
Oh,
at
yeah.
this point, like waving the napkins around
yeah, they
and
brought
everything.
more, and literally, Gia, like I'm standing there, Gia's going, get on
Okay,
the
wait,
table.
wait. So there was another woman's bachelorette. This was like an older woman. She was slaying the house.
I
boots
don't
down
know
with her.
if she was older. You guys keep saying she was older. She was not.
Oh, but she was probably like in her late 40s.
She was probably. Oh no, I would say
No.
late 30s.
Oh, okay. Well, she had really bad plastic surgery. Sorry to this lady, but she was up on the table dancing, and it was her bachelorette. And I was like, okay, like this is the kind of vibe where people get up on
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
They were also all
Francesca's
British, which
dancing
was
on the
funny.
chair. I'm like, get on the fucking table and dance. Get on the table. She's like, no, I don't want to. Get on the table.
You better get on the
and
fucking
dance.
table.
Like literally going, get on the fucking table.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
And aren't you glad you did?
Yes, I am glad I did. I'm glad I did. But it was funny because
I just wanted her to have her
Yeah.
moment. So I was like,
Yeah.
get on the fucking
one
table.
of the girls from that other table, after we took the picture with Otto Porter, she came over and was like, looked at me and Maria was like, who was that?
In her
She was-
in her London
she's-
accent.
They were all British. And she was like, is that an NBA player?
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
like, oh, you know, he was.
Is
like,
he famous?
Yeah.
but it was so funny.
Get on the table.
They-
I felt
she-
like Lisa Rinna.
She was very,
Yeah.
very nice. They were like, but yeah, no, it was, they were having a good time.
Yeah, it was very fun. Spraying the spray at us. They had the what are those
the
things
smoke
called? The
machine
CO2.
thing. Yeah. that was awesome.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah,
so-
had her moments. And honestly, like, I also wish we had more time because the food was really
The
food was
dessert
really
that they
good.
brought out was fucking amazing. We didn't even get to eat it because we had to leave,
I
but
know.
it was all worth it because then we got on the party bus to 11.
Yeah.
And it just escalated from
Yeah,
there.
very
it was,
quickly.
It was awesome.
You guys see everybody around Barstool rocking the Rhoback activewear, and they have a new women's line that is amazing. It's so cute, so comfortable. We are just obsessed. Active dresses, shorts, full zip hoodies. So if you're walking around when the weather gets nice, a nice walk, you want to, have some layers on. Rhoback is so great. Their new Rhoback Active shorts are ultra lightweight. They include a liner for extra comfort. They're super cute. You can wear them out on a run. You can wear them on a Saturday morning. Maybe you're going to play pickleball with your family, or you're just maybe running some errands. You want to throw on a cute pair of shorts. They also have their active skirts and dresses that are so perfect for the transition weather once it gets warm. The material is so comfortable. The features are very functional. The built-in shorts liner has hidden pockets so you can fit your phone in it. And their dress has their brand new GTG technology, so you can keep the dress on when you're on the go and you got to go. It's so convenient. Their dresses are great, and their full zip hoodies, new workout tanks. It's safe to say we'll be rocking a lot of Rhoback this season as the weather gets warmer, and we are ready to go in our Rhoback. You can use the code CHICKS on Rhoback.com for 20% off your first order of performance skirts, joggers, and hoodies. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off with the code CHICKS.
We got to 11 and we get to the table and the vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, the
like
vibes
Shout
are
out all
insane.
the guys, because I think there was multiple people who were
Behind the
involved in
scenes,
this, whether it was
I thought
Avery
that they
or
were just gonna put up one
fucking
big
Gaz,
picture.
like-
Yeah, we
Gaz.
saw the ghost of 11 pop out of nowhere, Gaz. For 2 seconds, he popped out of the table,
it
and then he
incredible.
was gone. He was gone.
And honestly, it was
I saw him
incredible.
again when we got the hats.
Yeah, which we are
But when the
wearing
guy
right
was
now.
taking us to the table, he was like, "Oh, we upgrade you guys to the main floor, because the main floor tables
Yeah, they're
normally
expensive.
more expensive."
Yeah.
For like, and I was like, amazing. Puts
Yeah,
us in this.
yeah.
Honestly, it was a great table.
Great.
Great
It was
corner,
fantastic.
corner
Yeah.
table. And
Right in the middle. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh my god, it was so fun.
It was so cool. And then they brought out these huge pictures of Fran.
Yeah, huge
that
pictures of
You
Fran.
looked so
They
stunning
picked
in
great
every picture. They
pictures,
picked.
yeah.
I said those.
Oh, okay. Well, you picked fantastic pictures. I literally was like, oh my god, how did
like,
11
damn.
get this selfie of Fran?
Guys, it's what I texted you guys. Remember when I was like
I thought-
texting with the guy from 11, and he was like, send pictures of the Bachelorette, like I'll surprise her and bring out the fat heads and whatever. And I was like,
yeah,
I
this
should have
is the
told you that I'm the
Bachelorette.
Bachelorette.
Yeah. Wait, that's
so he
really
was like,
funny.
oh shit, sorry. Like we'll do like other surprises.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, at least I know I'll like the pictures.
Right, exactly. They were stunning, and they came out these beautiful pictures. I wish we could have kept them, like brought them
I know,
home.
we should have kept them.
But they were. That's so funny because I was like, oh my god, how did 11 get this selfie that Fran posted? like maybe on her story. Like, where did this come from?
I just sent one picture to Avery, so I thought they were just gonna blow up one picture and be like, "Happy Bachelorette," whatever.
Oh, guys, I sent this
there
guy
was-
everything. I was
yeah.
like, here's pictures of myself. Here's my Instagram. Take whatever you want.
It was amazing. No, it was so cool. And your face when they came out was just pure happiness,
Yeah.
like having the time of your life. And then they put it on the screen. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Francesca. There were pictures of you and Joe. There were pictures of yourself.
So
and that
cute.
was so cute and like so much fun. In your face, you were just like, yes, like you're like, this is amazing. And then later on, so like the night's going on, right? First of all, they're like 11 is a club in Miami, but it's also a strip club. So
Yeah.
like there's these shows happening in the middle of the main
Coolest
stage.
fucking
Every
thing
like
ever.
30, 45 minutes, there was just full on incredible
Acrobatics.
performances.
The first woman I saw lit her nipples on fire and swung them around, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is about to be the greatest night!" Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but this woman's nipples are on fire.
the aerials that were happening.
Oh my god, it was insane.
Oh my
One
God,
girl
the
was in like
strength.
literally stiletto knee-high boots,
Fucking
doing
incredible.
tricks on it, doing splits on it, 100 feet in the air,
and they were dropping from
Hundreds too
yeah.
high, but
Yeah.
that's
50.
No, listen, it was very high up.
No, it was.
I was on stream, so
extreme-
it seemed really
yeah,
high.
it was
I like,
extremely
"Damn."
high. I was like, oh my god, it's like a circus in here. And then so like the night's going on more. We're there now for like 2 hours, I would say. All of a sudden, you look at the screen, and there's pictures of Fran
In her bathing
in her
suit.
bathing suit that she posted that day.
Yeah.
And has Bula. And then money, like just singles
okay.
on the screen. And
You're also
I
forgetting the part where
lost it.
that when they put that on, they also started playing Dreams and Nightmares.
Yes, yeah.
So the beginning of Dreams and Nightmares is playing, and my face, and then it was like they did like this remix where it was like caution signs, and it was like bomb, and then it was just
Hasbulla.
It was just Hasbulla and Fran. And I
think-
almost dropped to the floor, could not breathe.
I think I might have screamed at Francesca 50 times. It's
no,
Hasbulla.
literally. I have a video that I took myself, and Bridget texted me, and Bridget goes, "Oh my God, it's you, Fran!" Like,
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And at that point, right, we're like two hours deep, so we
Yeah.
had been there
Oh,
for a
man.
while, and we thought we were seeing things, and all of a sudden we're like,
Yeah.
what is?
At that point, I was like, there's like a lady there that stands there
Yeah.
and like makes your drinks for you, and I would like ask for a drink, and then like I was so drunk that I would like put my drink down, and then like 2 minutes later, I'd be like, "Can I have a drink?" She'd be like, "I literally just gave you one."
Yeah. It was so amazing.
honestly,
And
that
we
was probably the only way we were gonna get through all the
Yeah.
alcohol that we
right.
had to
It was
purchase.
so
No,
much.
I
And we
know.
were right behind the other stripper area.
Yeah.
Which at one point I just found myself bonding with one of them.
They
'cause
were
I,
baddies.
They were,
Yeah,
they were great, and I had gone to get some singles, and I came back, and everyone was just like vibing, doing their thing, and I was like, okay, it's just me and you now, like, and I was just like gently placing them on
It's
her.
also so funny because it's like where we were standing,
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
where we were standing up on the sides of the couch, like looking out one way was the big stage and everything.
Yeah, but
then
behind
like,
us-
you would, like they were, right behind.
Yeah, yeah.
We would-
Clawing.
Like you would turn around and be like, oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's an ass. And at some points they were
Love
like
it.
clawing,
Yeah.
like
So much
grabbing your
fucking fun.
hair
Oh.
and stuff, and it's because they want
your attention.
Yeah, they want your attention. They
Yeah.
want money. So you're like, then you got to give them. You got to give
yeah.
them attention.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, don't be too greedy.
Yeah, it was very tasteful. Like they
Yeah.
were slaying.
Oh, they were.
The
I was like,
asses
no, the
that
asses-
were walking around this club.
I
Fantastic.
said, wow, these ladies. I would do anything to look like these ladies.
Hot ladies.
Hot ladies.
Insane. We
Yeah.
were at dinner and I turned to you and I said, this place is making me want Botox.
And I get why people are obsessed with 11. Like, I get why. It's
Yeah. Oh, you
like,
still have your wristband?
Oh, yeah.
She goes, I get why people are obsessed with 11. Brings down her
Literally,
Ring
wristband.
reveal.
Never
I wore mine home. I
reveal.
cut it off last night before bed.
I'm gonna put it in my like
and
scrap
I
book.
was really truly like that, and I also
I didn't want to leave.
Neither did I. I very much understand how people stay there till the sun
Yeah,
comes up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
very
I-
easily.
I used to be like, oh God, like how do these people do it? They're stumbling out of the club at 6 a.m. And then
Yeah.
I was like,
No, I get it.
honestly, that window 3 a.m. came quick.
So
It
quick.
did. We could have stayed there for 3 more hours.
Oh, I easily
3
could
a.m.
have.
came
Yeah.
quick. But
A
I will
couple
say,
people
I
were
was,
down for the count.
Yeah,
and I
100%.
started looking around and I was like,
We're dropping
well,
like flies a
I
little
said
bit.
this. I said, okay, she's down, she's
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
she's down. I pointed at Gia and said, she's up. I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't know right now.
I think I was the
half
most
of us
up.
could
honestly,
stay,
yeah.
half of us could go.
I was telling Joe about it last night, and he was like, how did Gia handle 11? And I was like, he just thought like, he was like,
Well, I'm
"You're
not a club
you're
girl."
not." And,
but we
and-
had our time in the
and
club.
I
no.
was
Yeah.
like, honestly, she fucking crushed it. I think she was having the time of her life.
That
I love
was
the club
shocked-
now.
I was shocked that you guys were shocked at how fun Gia was having because Gia and I had
a good time.
Have had a couple nights
Yeah.
in the club together.
I used to be a stick in the mud.
Where
No,
with
but-
times at Brooklyn Mirage,
Yeah,
times
yeah.
at the
Yeah,
club,
yeah.
where
Yeah.
I was like, wait, this is the Gia that I
No
know.
one-
I
Well,
think it's just
yeah.
that more recently that hasn't been your vibe.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, I think there was a time in my life where I was depressed, so
Yeah.
I wasn't having fun when I went out, and I was
Yeah.
a loser, and now I like drinking and, I like going out
I
again.
guess we hadn't gone out together in a while, and
Yeah.
so from the days of our clubbing, I remember I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the Gia I know
Yeah.
at the club. So I was happy to see you having
I was
the
thriving.
best time ever.
There was one moment where I was like, ooh, because I took a little shroom, so I was like, okay, wait, I feel it a little bit, and then I sat down for like a second. I was like, no, I can't sit. If I sit, it's game over. Stood
No,
up,
you just gotta keep
looked
dancing.
at
Yeah.
Francesca.
Keep
Francesca
moving.
looked so happy. She was smiling so much. I was
Yeah.
like, that's the vibe, and then I just stuck with it.
That's it right there. Boom.
I think it was Lauren. She put like a picture of, she took a picture of you, Gia, and you're just like you're on the ground, but you're looking up at me and us, and you're just like that. You're doing the hard is. You're like this, but it was
so cute.
And honestly, like, oh my God, I had so much fucking fun.
Yeah, it
also
was
because
so fun.
really, I could not love out my friends more.
Yeah, you have a great group of girls.
I was worried about a couple, just like it's not their scene, you know, and
Yeah.
but they did it for me.
Yeah.
And they had I think everybody had a great time.
No,
I think
everybody
everybody
was
had
having
the
fun.
best time.
Everybody had
and
a
like
blast.
How could you not?
I was
It was-
prepared to lose part of the group like at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, no pressure.
Yeah.
If you don't want to stay at 11, like don't worry about it. Like if you want to leave or figure like here's all the whatever. And the whole group made it to
Yeah.
to
To
our
the end of the
departure
night.
time.
Yeah.
And it was great because you don't want people to leave early. Like, of course, if they
Yeah.
want to leave early, but like traveling as a group for
Oh, yeah.
safety
Yeah,
reasons, I think is important. Yeah,
Well, everyone had a buddy.
everyone had
Make
their
sure you have
roommate.
your buddy.
Everybody had a buddy, and then honestly, like the being able to just not we were all done at that point, but getting on the party bus and just like being able to all be like we weren't worried about cars or
Yeah.
whatever. It was like,
Yeah.
oh God, here comes our
The savior.
bus.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
us,
Everyone's
took us
intact.
took us right home. Me and me, Gia, Lauren, Allie made it to the end of
Yeah. We were the last
Saturday
one
night.
standing.
We had everybody for a while,
Yeah.
and then people started to
I was gonna
drop.
say, excuse me, me and Claire were there for.
No, you were there for.
Oh, no, you were-
Maybe,
yes.
We maybe went up 20 minutes before you guys ended.
All I know is that I requested Love Bug as the final song of the
Yeah.
evening,
Yeah.
and it was perfect.
Yeah, you are very, very lucky. Your friend group reminds me a lot of my friends, so it's nice, like just being able.
Yeah.
And I think a girl like commented on your TikTok saying like, "How the hell do you have this many girlfriends or something?" Like we are very lucky to have
Yeah.
big groups like this, and those girls all love you so much. So it's just it's very special to watch.
Yeah, no, I like truly. It was. I didn't want to go to bed because I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this was so fun. And
Well, even like
everybody's
when we
here,
went
like-
to the room, Rhea was still up because again, like she only went to bed like 20 minutes
Yeah.
before us, so we were kind of on our last leg. We went back up, and Rhea was still awake, so we were kind of like giggling and laughing for a little bit up there too.
Yeah, and I was like,
forgot what
you
we
really,
were even talking
Well, I
about.
said, I was like, you're really gonna go right now to bed? And Fred was like, it's 5 a.m. He said, but you're not gonna like sit here and chat? Like once again, I was like, all I want to do is sit in bed and talk, and yet everyone once they hit the bed,
Yeah. We
they go-
talked for a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
I was feeling
Oh,
a little
well,
weird in my body, so I was
yeah.
like just
Well, that's
a little
when
weird.
that's when G and I made that video that I was filming on TikTok, and TikTok added
Like a
the
song.
Billie Eilish Barbie song to this video.
So it makes like
And
this like
it's
dramatic
like-
Yes,
tone.
it's super
It's like,
emotional.
it's a very dramatic video, but what we are saying in the video is not. I'm like crying, laughing, like
We're just
can't
going,
breathe.
what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fucky was all that about tonight? Like, we're just going
What
back
the
and forth. I turned to
fucky?
Gia's like, dude, what the fucky? And it's just the Billie Eilish song playing, what was I made for? And then you just hear, what the fucky? So yeah, I love,
oh my god, we never told our bug killing story.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay, so
because this was a good bonding moment for
Yeah,
us
it
too.
was.
I'll just wrap up the fact that Saturday night, also coming home, when I tell you truly the 2 nights, I went through every Disney song that literally Lauren was like, any request. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, what have we not played?
What animated
I'm
movie
like,
have we not
what
tackled?
movie have we not played? What have we not played? I go, Lion King 1.5.
that's where you guys lost me.
Digatonal, digatonal.
Take a tone, dig
Lion
a tone,
King.
take a tone, dig a tone.
Quick before the hyenas come.
Gina and I made a whole music video as meerkats.
Oh, right. Yeah, the pizza bagels were out at that time.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
fantastic, pizza bagels. There was one musical you started playing was when you guys lost. I said
Was The Greatest Showman?
it might have been The Greatest Showman because I've never seen The Greatest
Yeah.
Showman.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, that was Friday night.
or no, because it was Saturday night when I went up, and I was
Oh.
like, I forgot what was playing, and I was like, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I've done my time.
you're
I don't
like,
know this one. I'm
good,
gonna
I'm
remove
good.
myself.
I'm
Let
trying
them
to
have the
remember.
moment. I
What?
forgot. I completely.
It had to be Greatest Showman because
No, but I don't think we played Greatest Showman Saturday night.
I think it was around the Lion King 1.5. Like I
Probably some sort of musical
that,
something. I can't
we did that
recall.
video, and then I was like, okay, I got my pizza
Yeah.
bagels. It's
I
time.
did go
Yeah.
into Cheetah Girls after that. So
Strut.
that was, yeah.
We did strut.
Yeah, we did
Strut.
Yeah, I remember I took a really funny video. I'm just walking around the kitchen with a joint in my mouth, walking around like this, like strut, and then I
Yeah.
pan the camera to you. I'm like, dance, dance.
Yeah,
You
no.
had your pants like pulled up all the way to your boobs.
I I said, this is Grandpa Joe after the factory. After he went to the chocolate factory, he got a little life in him. So Saturday morning, right? That was like the pool, whatever.
Yeah.
Gia sends.
I go to take a shower.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm in the shower. I'm like full, like I did my shampoo. I'm on conditioner. I turn and look up. A cockroach, maybe this big, like the size of like 2 thumbs.
No, that thing was fucking huge.
In the corner of the shower, I was like, no. I'm texting. I sent a picture. I'm texting. I'm like I need moral support. Like girls are coming in and they're like, ew, and then they're just kind of walking away. And I'm like, no, like I need someone to help. In comes Big Rhea.
I geared up.
Yeah.
I put on my tanning lotion.
Well, we were all sitting outside, and it probably took 10 minutes of all of us being like, all right, what do we do? Who's gonna sack up and go up there?
I was sitting there,
and Rhea finally
naked and afraid.
Rhea got up and was like, "Fuck it, I'm going in." She was like, "It's my room too."
I said, "It's my roommate. I gotta go save her." So I finished putting my sunscreen and my tanning lotion on, and I put the marks under my eyes, and I said, "I'm going up there to save her." And I said, "Gia, I'm coming to save you." And I
was sitting there in my towel.
Yeah, and I said she was naked and afraid.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Why are you still in there?" I'm like,
and
because
she was
I had
sitting
to keep an
there
eye on
shivering,
it.
cold, and
She's
scared.
like, what if I lose it?
She was shivering, cold, and scared, sitting at the edge of the bathtub, and make sure
my mic unplugged.
She's frigid and she's afraid.
Frigid.
And
frigid in Miami.
I see this cockroach and I'm like, we gotta fucking kill this thing.
Just make sure it's still. Is that okay?
Yeah, I unplugged my mic by accident.
Okay.
Sorry, Noah.
I'm like, we cannot leave.
Yeah,
if this cockroach
because
travels,
if it moves,
it's bad
no,
news.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we gotta knock this down. I bring up 2 cups. I'm like, we gotta capture it and then kill it. So what are we gonna do here? I'm like,
I feel like we should squish it, not capture it.
Yeah, like we gotta like stab it somehow.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there a broom?
We're looking for a shoe. We're looking for a broom.
We need something long. Grandpa Joe's cane.
Grandpa Joe's cane
Came to the
Thank
rescue.
fucking God for this cane.
Thank
because
God.
it was the perfect hammer.
Thank you, Publix.
Yes,
Thank
shout out to
you.
Publix.
Shout out
for the
Publix.
cane. And I'm going in and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a whack at this thing. I'm like, I'll whack it down.
Yeah,
you
I'm
get
recording.
the bottom.
Yeah.
Gia's recording me.
Yeah.
I take one whack at this thing, I miss.
We're screaming at the top.
I'm too short. I can't do it. I'm too short. I said, Gia,
oh my God,
you
God.
got like, I don't know how many inches on me, 6 inches.
Yeah.
You
gotta
get in here and take this cane and try whacking
Like
it.
at least.
At least maybe more than 6 inches. And I'm like, I'm trying to whack this thing.
Yeah.
You're recording. Let's switch.
Yeah.
So Gia takes the cane, fucking smashes, the guts go flying.
Oh, it exploded
everywhere.
like
Oh
a
God,
jelly,
guys.
like a jelly candy.
We
Let me tell you something,
screamed
Claire.
at the top of our lungs.
Claire said to me after you guys did that, she goes, "Oh, thank God it didn't
have
didn't
babies.
explode with it have little ones inside of it." And I
Yeah.
went, "What?"
Yeah. I think that's only spiders.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I was like,
No.
holy fuck, like
No, I would have. I smush it, and we both screamed at the top of our lungs. I can't even imagine if that happened. We would have literally thrown up.
No, you
but
guys-
It was
I was
disgusting.
gagging.
No,
It was
we were.
gross.
It was disgusting because
You
then
guys did it. You got that thing.
we had to get it, and then I had to wipe
yeah,
up the
she
fucking
wiped up the guts. Yeah,
off the
she was on guts
shower.
duty.
I was on guts duty, fucking clean this
No,
shit up.
and you know,
and it was still moving.
Yeah, it was
no,
moving
that
on the
thing
floor.
was alive when the dinosaurs were
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
earth.
yeah.
And
Like
I,
that thing was prehistoric, as Gia said.
I
Yeah.
smashed it up with paper towels and I came walking outside and everyone's like, did you get it? I'm like, yeah. They're like, is that it in your hands right now? I said, yup.
Yeah.
Everyone's running away. I'm like,
holding it like
no,
a trophy.
No. He's squished in my hands right now.
Yeah.
I had to come to the rescue of my roommate who was in great danger. And we got him.
Scared for my life. I mean, like I had my eyes closed the majority of that shower. Like that thing could have.
And weirdly enough, I had killed another bug earlier that morning because your friend Jen saw like this like wormish thing crawling next to. It's Miami. There's gonna be bugs everywhere
we're right by the
outside.
water.
You're keeping the
There's
doors
also
open.
it's a very indoor outdoor
Yeah.
house.
That's just gonna happen. And she was like, I'm really, really afraid of bugs. Like, are you afraid of bugs? And I was like, I don't love them, but
I can.
somebody has to kill it. So I found myself killing 2 bugs that day.
Wow.
I don't kill bugs like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm no exterminator. And I'm killing 2 bugs in one day because I was like, somebody's got to pony up here. And
Well,
it's not my ideal, way to spend the day, but we can't let these bugs be roaming around.
No, we
No,
can't.
Jen was also cracking me up too because I was like, "Oh, guys, like, should I text the owner?" Like, and Jen goes, oh no, like come on, ladies, one of us can do it. We can do this. I was like, oh, is it gonna be you? She was like, oh no, it's not gonna be me.
Yeah,
But
I appreciated the
we
reinforcement.
survived.
Because I looked at Gia and I said, Gia, because I was afraid. It's not like I wasn't scared. I was very afraid of this bug, but I also didn't want to live with it in our room.
No.
So I said, Gia,
we have to do this.
I said, what's the worst thing that could happen? If it jumps on one of us, like, will something bad happen? Like, because that was a genuine question. Like, what happens if a bug does jump on you? Like, do you get infected?
You
like,
scream and you cry.
Does it actually hurt you?
No.
Right. So that's why
I think they bite.
We were trying to like talk ourselves into it. Like, no, if it jumps, like, what's the worst?
I was like, it jumps, you grab it. Like, I'll hit it. You grab it. If it jumps.
Right.
Like,
We had a method.
We had some sort of method. But yeah,
that was I think all
funny
of it,
moment.
all for the funny moments.
Yeah.
But seriously a spectacular weekend, and like you said, you have such a great group of friends that really I felt like made the whole weekend so special, and watching you be so happy the entire weekend, like you really couldn't ask for anything more. Like you took every day in and made it your own, and with true happiness. Like there couldn't have been a better day watching you.
it was fabulous.
I mean, I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
You said that Saturday night. You said one of your friends wasn't feeling great at the club, and when we were leaving, she was like, "I'm so sorry, Fran," whatever, and you were like, "Listen, I had the time of my life."
I had maybe 5 minutes at 11 where I kind of like panicked about like making sure everybody else was okay, and that's why you have people like Lauren around. Because Lauren sitting next to me, she goes, champagne in her hand, she goes, who gives a fuck? Just have fun.
She is unbelievable.
She's so
Let me
funny.
tell you.
And I was like, you know what, Lauren, you're right.
Yeah.
She's like, who cares? Just this is your party.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
You can't worry about anybody else in those moments. Of course, you want to make sure your friends are okay,
Yes.
but when it is your party and your bachelorette, you have to worry about yourself and
Yeah.
having a good time, especially when you're spending that kind of money at the club. But
Facts.
Lauren, the way that she records every single moment that is happening,
It's very clutch.
is so
You need a friend like
fucking
that.
funny, but also clutch, because you wake up the next day to videos and pictures. You're going in your head, oh, I wish I had this. No, Lauren's got it. She has everything.
She had 400 pictures and videos.
Yeah, 400.
Pictures / videos.
She put like I think 480 pictures in our shared
just from
album.
11.
Yeah.
No, it was
Just from 11.
It was so good. Like every part of it. I truly think that not only did you have an amazing time, like it was like I think your dream bachelorette weekend. I think from top to bottom you had the best time, but also you gave your friends such an incredible weekend as well.
Totally.
Like just to experience that all together is like something nobody will ever forget. Like everyone's gonna look back on that weekend being like, that was one of the best weekends ever.
Yeah, it was so fun.
No, I really I had the best fucking time. I love you guys.
Wait, I love you so much.
I love you guys.
It's unbelievable.
Rhea, Gia, MVPs. You guys crushed it.
Yeah.
Both of you.
I'm so glad we had our
Shout
funny
out to
moments.
Avery. Shout out to Batch Boss.
Which was just so nice too, because I knew like no matter what, like especially with my friends too, everybody's gonna step up in their own in their own way, and everybody like does their job, and
people were helping clean up.
your friends are so helpful too. Like
everybody was on it at all times.
They were texting me like throughout like the
Yeah.
months upcoming, Rhea too as well, obviously. But they were like, anything you need, let us know. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I got Avery. We're good.
Yeah, and I feel like you were able to fully like relax and let all your friends take it away the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Like you just had a good time, no stress, easy. It was just amazing to watch you have such an amazing time.
Yeah,
Like,
it was so
that's
fun.
all. That's like all you want, you know?
Yeah, that was my obviously my biggest. I just want Francesca to have fun,
Right.
and that's all that
No
matters.
worries, and I think that was accomplished for sure.
I agree, and I felt it. It was I felt the love,
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
and it was really just so much fun.
Yeah.
Also, just like I don't really have much to share about this, but if you can do it the same weekend as your fiance, highly recommend. That was a great set.
Yeah.
Like Joe did his bachelor party, and it was perfect because it was like we're just both doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Neither one of us was like, home, being
Yeah.
oh, what's
Right.
we had our big groups, we were popping off,
Right.
everyone
Yeah.
was having fun.
Exactly,
So it
because
was like,
nobody's at home going,
Yeah.
oh, I wish I was out having fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
So everyone's having
exactly.
fun at the
Like
same
it was
time.
perfect to do it at the same time. So
Definitely.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
was really great. And I mean, I was just shockingly woke up feeling okay on Sunday. The nausea hit later in the day.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I was convinced that I
but-
changed my brain chemicals permanently and that I
Yeah.
was never going to be the same person. When I woke up, you were still sleeping, but I was like throwing up a lot.
I heard you, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
And so, but then I went downstairs to the outside bathroom so I could throw up without waking
Well,
you up.
I heard you, and
Oh.
I said, and I all of a sudden was like, oh no, because if I hear other
Yeah,
people
yeah.
throw
Yeah.
up, that makes me throw up, and I was like, oh no, and then I was like, just telling myself, just go back to sleep, just go back to sleep,
yeah,
'cause
I know. I felt bad.
no, don't feel bad at all. I have been in that position multiple times, so no reason to feel bad. But I was like, oh no, and then I felt bad for you because then you came in, I had like one eye open, and I was like, hey, and then you went
Yeah.
downstairs, and I came downstairs to Fran. I said, where's Gia? And you were like, I have no idea. I said,
I was
Well,
lying
she's
on the
not-
couch
I said,
outside
she's not in my room.
because I was
She's not in my
I was
room.
literally trying to convince myself that I was normal and that my brain chemicals were not changed.
Yeah.
I just took one square of shrooms. Like that's not going to permanently damage me.
right.
Yeah.
Because my body like it was just like immense anxiety, anxiety that you get like
Yeah.
when you're hungover, and like I was shaking from throwing up and
The noises we were making collectively Sunday, and
just a lot of moaning and
and
groaning.
I was like, it actually feels like my head is not attached to
Yeah.
my body. Like it felt like when I would lift my head up and then my body would follow.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as I was walking around, and I was
was
like,
really
oh no.
Yeah, I was really
this-
scared.
And
And
you
then
got
everyone
some
had
muffins.
Yes.
Yeah, then we
And,
got, I by accident, well, I thought that everyone was still there, but by the time I got downstairs, there was only like 5 of us left. So I ordered like $150 worth of McDonald's Uber Eats because I thought that everybody was still there. And no,
I was like,
everyone
wow,
was
there's
gone.
a lot of
yeah.
sausage and muffins.
But we
here.
had extra.
Well, I had 2, so it was
Yeah,
perfect.
we had extra hash browns, which was
Yeah.
clutch because
Yeah.
you need extra hash browns. But no, it
No,
was
that
it was
was- that
fantastic.
was awesome.
And I remember saying to you, Fran, Saturday night when we were going to bed, and you were like, it's 5 a.m, like the sun's about to come up, and I said, I want you to wake up like this tomorrow. I said, I know we're about to go to sleep. And we've had a night,
Yeah.
but I really want you to wake up like this tomorrow. And you did. Like you woke up Sunday morning also feeling fantastic.
No, I think I was just
like,
like,
you
probably
just
still a
you
little
just were on a
drunk.
high.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying. I think I
also.
was still probably a little drunk.
Yeah.
Because I woke up and was like, damn, I feel great. I went downstairs, I cleaned the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I was like doing things
Yeah, I
around the
felt
house.
bad because I literally couldn't
It was
move my body.
It wasn't until I would say like we left around like 12:30 and I was like, all right, here, like as soon as I got into the car, I was like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
the car was awful.
Did you know women were excluded from clinical research policy by federal law until 1993? Women belong in scientific research. They are essential. Ritual knows they conducted a university-led human clinical trial for their Essential for Women 18 plus multivitamin to assess its efficacy. The results? It increased vitamin D levels by 43% and omega-3 DHA levels by 41% in just 12 weeks. I take the Ritual multivitamin every day. It is so great, so easy, so convenient. 2 capsules, that's all. You're not shaking around a bunch of different pills. It's, like I said, very easy. 2 pills, you can take it wherever you go. And I feel like I'm getting all the nutrients I need from the Ritual multivitamin. So Ritual's Essential for Women is USP verified, so you know you can trust what you're putting in your body. Only about 1% of supplement brands on the market have the USP verified mark, which shows the product contains the ingredients actually listed on the label. Ritual multivitamins are vegan, non-GMO project verified, gluten and major allergen free, certified B Corp, and made traceable. So no more shady business. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 plus is a multivitamin you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/chicks and start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 plus to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/chicks for 25% off.
Almost completely forgot this. So I'm leaving for the airport, and Claire, who she
flies standby.
She flies standby.
Yeah.
So she's like, wait, Rhea, can I come in your Uber? Like, did you call it? I'm like, yeah, just hop in. Like, she's like, I'm gonna fly standby. Like, I'm gonna come with you. So we get to the airport, and we were flying 2 separate airlines, but they were in the same concourse. Concourse H, to be exact.
Yeah.
And the Uber was like, no, let me drop you off separately. So he dropped us off separately, and then we ended up
right in the same place.
In the same place. So I'm like, okay, so we're walking through the security line together, and I'm going into clear. We're both going to clear, and Claire's going to pre-check. And I look behind 2 people behind Claire, and I'm like, is that fucking Kevin Jonas? Like, right now, is that fucking Kevin Jonas? And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. And you can tell, like, I don't want to like be like, oh, Kevin, but like, no, he was staring at me, and I was staring at him, and I think
he would know exactly.
It would be kind of crazy if he did it.
I think in his head he was going, is that Rhea? And I was going, is that Kevin Jonas?
Yeah.
And and Claire is your
she
OG Jonas Brothers friend. So I'm texting, and I'm like, Claire, is that fucking Kevin Jonas behind you? And she turns around, she's like,
yeah, that's
like,
so
oh
funny.
my God, I think that's him. I took a picture. It was 1,000% him.
Why is it always? I feel like
it's always
every time I
Kevin.
run into a celebrity, it's always Kevin Jonas.
No, yeah, and I was like, this is so fucking funny that. First of all, I wish you were there so badly.
Yeah.
And that Claire, who is your Jonas Brothers girl, is standing 2 people in front of Kevin Jonas. And Claire's like, we're texting, and she's like, okay, I'll wait for you because like we need.
Well, she got so nervous. We saw her in the airport afterwards, and she was like, oh, I
She's
panicked.
Like, I blew it.
So I was like, you know, because she was like, should I say hi? Should I wait for you? Like, do I follow where he's going? Like, because we were like, we have to get a picture with him to send to Fran.
Because you're also like, he could be on. Like,
I thought he was on my flight because I was flying to Jersey.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think Kevin Jonas is gonna be on my flight right now. What if we're sitting next to each other? Like, all these things were going through my head, but I didn't want to call out Kevin because we were on 2 separate lines, but standing next to each other. I didn't want to.
You like yell across
like,
the Miami airport. Oh my God, Kevin Jonas!
Yeah.
Like, because then it would draw attention.
Yeah.
But we were staring. We were locking eyes and then turning away, looking around. He was looking around a lot. I was like, is Kevin trying to get noticed right now? Is Kevin pissed I'm not saying Kevin right now? And then Claire waited for me to get off the line, and we were like, all right, let's go find him. We walked.
You lost him.
And I'm sorry, this is creepy, but we were like, we need to get a picture of him holding up Fran's sweatshirt and send it to Fran for her Bachelorette to end this weekend would be fucking insane. We walked up and down this airport looking for Kevin Jonas, and we couldn't find him. It almost felt like it never really happened. Like, we were like,
did we just hallucinating.
Did we just hallucinate Kevin Jonas in the airport from 11 to now? We just think we're seeing Kevin Jonas in the airport right now, and we could not find him. We walked everywhere. We were like, maybe he's in the lounge. Maybe
he probably is in a lounge.
You know, maybe he's in a lounge somewhere.
He's not sitting at the gate. He's
right.
gotta be
Well, then we were like, you know what? If we were Kevin Jonas, we would sit at like the furthest gate that's empty where there's no planes going out there right now. So we walked over there, and Claire goes, "Oh, the bathroom's not over here. So weird." We were like, maybe he's sitting in like the furthest chair we could find there. Oh, I definitely thought there was a bathroom around
That's
here.
hilarious.
I'm like, no Starbucks. Weird. Yeah. And then
how'd we end up over here?
Yeah, I unfortunately had to get on my flight, but I checked my steps after I got home, and I was like, this is hilarious that I have almost 10,000 steps right now because it's literally just from walking around the airport trying to find Kevin Jonas.
Doing laps.
Just doing laps. But that was a hilarious wrinkle to end the weekend because I was like, I so badly wish Fran was here right now because it would just be so classic, like
cherry
to end Fran's Bachelorette, cherry on top. I was also happy Claire was there because Claire is the other Jonas Brothers girl that I was like, okay, if it's not Fran, at least it's Claire. At least I'm not alone trying to tell people. I took a picture of him so like everyone was able to see it was Kevin Jonas and that me and Claire weren't just making up that Kevin Jonas was in the airport.
I felt like I was living in an alternate universe yesterday, so like if I did see him in the airport, I would have just probably screamed his name and been like, Kevin. Like just because I was getting some looks because I was wearing my white cowboy hat, like with like sweatpants.
As you should. As you should.
Through the airport.
Hey, you're leaving Miami.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
it's Miami.
There's some freaks that walk through that airport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big time.
Absolutely. But fantastic weekend. I
Fantastic.
love you guys. I love all my
you. Love
friends.
you so much.
Yay.
And
shout out to Batch Boss.
Yeah.
I'm sad it's over, but it
Sad
could
it's
not
over.
have gone any
Happy
better.
it happened.
so-
Right. Sad
Don't
it's over,
smile
but
'cause
glad
it's
it
over,
happened.
smile 'cause it
Smile
happened.
because it happened. Right.
Yeah.
Look upon the memories. Never forget Friday night.
Never forget. Never forget
Never
Bob.
forget it all.
Bob.
It was just truly
Doing
unbelievable. And
tricks on, can you do a split on the dick?
yeah, like Bob can. No, you
No, you
can't.
cannot.
But we
But
love
yeah,
you so much,
it was
and we're
truly,
so happy you had an amazing
truly
weekend.
amazing.
So good.
Woo!
Thanks for coming on, Gia.
Thanks for having me, guys.
That was a fantastic little recap.
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I don't think we
I don't
missed
think-
anything.
To
No,
be
I don't
honest,
think so.
I feel like should we save topics for tomorrow?
Yeah, let's save topics for Wednesday because
Wednesday.
because like
Let's wait for our brains to catch
right,
up to
like,
us, you know?
honestly,
I can't think of, I'll be honest, selfishly, I can't even fathom talking about anything else but myself.
fair enough. Honestly, good for you. That's how you,
know?
should feel.
Like, Travis
yeah.
Travis Kelce looked good this weekend. I'll talk about it tomorrow.
Cool,
Yeah.
right? No, you deserve to have the full recap day as well as
Yep.
part of your day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we gotta
agree.
talk about what friggin' shows we watched.
Yeah, we do have to do that. But I want to say, like, my brain was truly breaking yesterday. Like, I think everybody felt that way. And I wanted to go to my market on the way home.
Yes.
My
Oh,
new
yeah,
market.
yeah, yeah.
And Matt picked me up from the airport and he was like, let's go to the market. And we're new to the market. We didn't know the market closes at 3 p.m.
yes,
and
yeah,
I
it's
was
an early-
it
yep.
was like 4:30.
And a Sunday.
Yeah, on a Sunday they close at 3 p.m. The other days they're open till
Yeah.
7. So we show up to the market and all the workers are sitting outside. And I get out of the car and they're like, it's closed, but what do you want? And I was like, mozzarella? And they said, all right. They were like, all right, bring her inside, grab the mozzarella. So
Wow.
I just walked in. They just gave me a big blob of mozzarella and that was it. And I walked out. And
That's all you wanted.
they couldn't. They were like, you can't get anything.
Oh.
Like all the other foods and
Yeah,
stuff
packed
were locked
away,
away. They
yeah.
were
You're
like,
like, what are my options?
they were
Yeah.
like, what do you want? We'll grab it for you. So I was like, I froze. I said mozzarella.
Yeah, mozzarella.
Some mozzarella, please. And then I just got that big slab, took it home, sliced it open, put some balsamic glaze on top, and that was my dinner. I went
Yum.
to town and fell asleep for 3 hours after that. And then I was like, holy fuck, the amount of cheese that I have consumed.
Yeah, we did
from
eat a lot of cheese.
That fucking charcuterie board to today
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
Can confirm also good fig jam, right?
there
Good
was
jam.
there was a ton of jam on that
Ton of
plate.
jam on that board.
And I was
Spicy
like,
jam on the turkey
Yeah, that was-
sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some
Yeah.
good jams going on.
Yeah,
there. Gia
lots-
posted this picture of the charcuterie board where my hand
Hands
is
like
just
this.
reaching in. I couldn't
Ready to
couldn't
pull that piece
resist.
of cheese.
It's good
No, you
douche.
guys nailed it. Honestly, like just amazing,
top to bottom. Yeah, it was really
amazing.
fabulous.
really amazing.
Except for that bitch scammer. when I go to Paris.
we're gonna find you.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find you.
Yeah.
So be
She's
aware.
running around Paris.
I immediately went to look at her Instagram after all that happened, and I was crying, laughing because this
woman is a character.
Is an A+ scammer, but also an F- scammer.
Yeah.
Like she has pictures of herself and her husband photoshopped in front of the Niagara Falls.
Like in a barrel going down Niagara
literally
Falls.
photoshopped photos of her traveling the world. And yet we didn't pick up on the fact that she was a scammer is truly unbelievable. And that's why last week when we were talking about the room situation, the original house was like one big bed and then 2 side beds where we were all going to stay. And every time we talked about it, it sounded super sketchy that we were like, that Fran was talking about like the rooming situation on the podcast and being like, yeah, we're not rooming together anymore. Like, I think you two will room together, but we never elaborated. Like, Fran was like, I'll get to it on Monday, but I want to
Yeah.
make sure this house exists.
At that point, I was like, I just want the weekend to happen and be a success.
I
and be
assumed
done.
that we were gonna room together.
Then
Yeah, it was always
the
going to be us.
plan was there
yeah.
was the big bedroom had a big king bed and then it also had 2 extra beds and like a corner
Yeah.
so we could have all stayed
Yeah, that would've been fun.
in that room together.
It's best not because I would have been chit-chatting away.
Yeah, that's true.
Because every time you came into our room, I was so excited to talk. I was like, wait, so we're going to like talk all night?
I feel bad now. Now
No,
I'm like, fuck, was I not chatty enough?
No. I was like, I'm laying there like on my side. I'm like, anything new going on in your life? And Gia goes, no, my life's really boring. And I'm like, really? This is all she's gonna give me right now?
We had one really long conversation about your family. You were giving me a lot of information about your uncles and your aunts and stuff, and I was like, okay.
I was, and then you gave me a lot of information too. That I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. But
I really once I put my head to the pillow,
hell of an exchange of information happening.
Nothing juicy by any means, because I was like, anything new going on in your life, Gia? What's up?
I'm like, no.
And she's like, no, my life's really boring. I said, this fucking bitch, she's not gonna give me anything right now. And I said, I'm not gonna pry. I'm going to sleep.
It's kind of boring though, but I feel like once I was so tired every night. Once I put my head to the pillow,
I was just impressed with that because I was like,
and she's like, you don't scroll? I was like, no, usually I scroll.
Because when I'm alone, like obviously when I'm in bed with Matt, like I'll just lay on his chest and then I'm like out like quickly. But if I'm alone, like when we travel, like I'm sitting in that hotel room scrolling until it's bad.
Yeah,
but I'm
I do the same
scrolling
thing.
until my eyes shut because I'm afraid that I'm alone.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh.
Also, my charger, the outlet was really far from the bed, so I couldn't reach my phone while I was charging my phone while I was in bed. So that was more of an initiative to me to just close my eyes and go to sleep.
Yeah, which I was very impressed by.
Thanks.
And nobody needed to hear any more stories about my cousin's grandma. I texted my cousin the next morning and I was like, I was so high last night that I went on a 10-minute rant about our grandparents. And her response back to me made me fucking die. Like I was like, all right, the moment's lost. This was funnier last night, but like I'm glad that you gave me a good response.
It was so funny. Just like 10 minutes of silence. And Rhea's like, are you awake? I'm like, well, I am now.
I'm so sorry. No, I get
funny.
so excited to hang out in bed.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't be a better companion.
No, you were an amazing companion because it was funny. The dynamic of it was funny in general, you know? Like we had to go to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
You know, if we stayed up all night talking, like what, you know, we need to rest. Thank God we got our rest.
Yeah.
Thank God.
All right, beautiful people.
Yep. I had to pee so bad.
Wraps up.
That wraps
my
it up.
Bachelorette weekend.
Fabulous weekend. 10 out of 10.
Weekend.
11 out of 10.
No, like a million.
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Yeah, literally. When I said goodbye to Fran, I just looked at her and I just said, a million out of 10.
Yeah.
A million trillion.
A million out of 10.
Just a million out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wraps it up. And fuck everybody else. It doesn't matter about what they're doing. No. We got no topics to talk about.
No. The only celebrity that matters is Francesca
Mariano.
Yeah.
The great.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps it up.
All right, we're going to jump into the weekly watch report. But first, guys, we're sipping on something really yummy today. Swoon, zero sugar lemonades and iced teas in 7 flavors that you will swoon over. Today, we have the pink lemonade. It tastes like just like that lemonade you would have on a hot summer day growing up. It's a little ice. It would just be absolutely delicious. But what's great about Swoon, it does not have all that sugar. They're so tasty and are naturally sweetened, so no fake stuff. And with just 5 calories and nothing artificial, Swoon is the zero sugar beverage that you can love and loves you back just like your bestie. So we're having a nice pink lemonade. I love a good pink lemonade. Pink lemonade is delicious. Once you get into those warmer months, you're craving something a little sweet, a little sour, a little pink lemonade. Best of all, you can buy them at your local Whole Foods and on Amazon. So it's super easy to get a hold of. You can head to tasteswoon.com/chicksintheoffice and use code CHICKS40 for 40% off all Swoon flavors and variety packs. So go check out Swoon. You can taste all the different flavors, see what you like best. We're drinking the pink lemonade right now. Once again, it's tasteswoon.com/chicksintheoffice and use our code CHICKS40 for 40% off.
Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. Weekly Watch Report
remix.
on Monday. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. Yeah. Pow, 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 pow. Okay, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. That's where my head's at.
Yep.
Bravo shows. That's really all I watch. I'm not gonna lie. I need to catch up on Baby Reindeer. Have to finish that. That'll be tonight or tomorrow.
I watched not all of it, but I watched 1 to 4.
So you watched 4?
Yes.
I didn't watch 4 yet, so don't talk about it.
I think.
I only watched 1, 2, 3. I have to watch
4 is
the
like
rest.
the episode that everyone's like, that's when it takes a turn. But
Shit, did I watch 4?
You would know, I think, the way that people are talking about episode number 4.
I know, but it's making me think that I'm missing something. Like, why I didn't think it was like.
Maybe you only watched 1, 2, and 3 because there was the warning before episode 4. Do you remember seeing that?
Oh no.
Okay.
I didn't watch 4.
Yeah.
Then, because I started 4 and I saw the warning, and I was like, I need to take a break from this show for a second.
That is exactly what happened to me a week ago, and I have still been taking a break, but I'm going to watch this week. Bravo shows, Summer House. My goodness gracious, gee golly. Best show on Bravo right now.
Yeah, it is.
That's facts.
It is.
Danielle sucks.
That was a tough episode for Danielle. It really
Every
was.
episode's a tough. When are we going to be honest? When has she shown that it hasn't been a tough episode?
Right.
Sorry. I've just been keeping these thoughts in for way too long.
It was just like, I don't know. Gabby's so sweet. I know she's not really a big player on this show, I feel like. And that was just it was mean. Danielle just, clearly they had all been drinking, so Danielle was just whatever, I don't care if I made her cry, blah blah blah. Basically, if she's crying because of me, that's stupid. It's okay, well, she is, so adjust accordingly.
Listen, if you have to utter the words as a CEO founder, or as a founder CEO, shut the fuck up right there. Shut your fucking mouth.
I mean, Paige said it best. Paige was like, she's not your employee.
Right, and also Paige was like, of what?
Yeah.
Paige was the best
Paige,
in this episode.
Paige crushed it.
In all aspects. The way that she handled the Gabby situation, she was so correct in the way telling Danielle, okay, maybe you don't feel like this, but she does. So clearly this is affecting her. And for Danielle to be well, that's stupid. There's actually nothing more I hate than when people do that.
Yeah.
When someone is feeling a certain way, if you're upset, say you get upset about something and somebody says to you that's stupid, okay, well, that's just how I feel. It's okay. You're okay to be upset by something, it's I don't know. I could really go on a rant about that. It's the way that she was acting was ridiculous. You clearly upset her.
Yeah.
So Paige was so right about that. And then when Paige was talking to Amanda, everything she was saying to her was so sweet because Sierra, was honest. It was mean, but it was honest. It was her saying I don't feel like you have an identity. But the way that Paige articulated that point, being I wish you saw yourself the way I see you, you're so creative, really hyping her up, I thought was incredibly nice, and what you should do when you are feeling maybe your friend isn't living at her fullest potential, but you don't know how to handle that. You don't know what to say. You don't want to upset them. They're living their life. But hey, let me encourage you and compliment you so you feel empowered to go do your thing, right? Yeah. It's not putting her down. It's more trying to empower her, which I thought was nice. So Paige was just 10 out of 10 this episode.
She was.
She's been a 10 out of 10 all season long. I feel like she is the only one that has, sometimes the only one that has her head on straight, which is so refreshing to see because I just feel like she's a real person. So that was a nice episode. But I mean,
and Amanda, Amanda is so cool.
She really is.
Her, I know she was talking about how when she was younger, she wanted to work in fashion and these ideas that she had. I really do hope she does it because she has such a cool style. She's such a unique vibe that really is just her. And whether if it's swimsuits or whatever it is she wants to do, she would really crush it. Because if you look at everything she's done for Loverboy, Loverboy's identity comes from Amanda.
Right.
So
she's just effortlessly cool. I love her style.
Yep.
And I really do think that she can totally make a name for herself, whether that be with, she said bathing swimsuits, whatever. Anything where she takes on the creative role besides Loverboy, like have her own brand. I think she should totally do that. And I really hope she does, because I think she would crush it. And I think so many people would support her. And I think it would take a life of its own outside of Bravo Universe and Summer House. Like, I feel like I could see that inside of her.
Totally.
And of course, her friends see it, which means it's really true. Carl and Lindsay, what a fucking catastrophe. Listen, at the beginning of the season, I said this last week, at the beginning of the season, I was like, this is going to be all Lindsay. I see what Lindsay's talking about when it comes to Carl. He is manipulative.
Totally.
And I really don't like what I'm seeing from him either. Like, there are things that I said that I don't like seeing from Lindsay.
Yeah.
But there are things that I really, really don't like to see from Carl. And when he said about the making the money, the influencer thing, like, well, I make less money because, I'm not a woman. Like, okay, can you have some awareness for like 1 second? Like, yes, being an influencer, being, in that space as a girl, it comes with the makeup brands and all that. But like, just out of his mouth saying that, I was like, are you seriously using this excuse right now? Like, because I don't make as much money because I'm not a woman. Like in the brand, like, just shut up. Like it's God, I'm not a fan. And him being like, not skinny but not fat, posted this on her story where she was like, him saying that his mom is his best friend. Like, you of course want them to be close with their moms, right? Like, that is really special. But to say like, it's the way he like goes about it. Like, I think like not skinny but not fat posted on her story because she has a son, and she was like, I don't know how to feel about this, because like on one hand, like, oh, I think that would be so sweet if my son said I was his best friend, but I also don't think I want that for him, like, as a grown man,
right?
Like, right. Like, it's
when he's 7 years old, it's cute, not when he's like almost 40,
right? It's like, it's a hard thing to explain, because having a great relationship with your mom is a beautiful thing. Yeah. But the way that Carl is like, she's my best friend, like, I'm going to put that, like, I don't know. It's hard. And that's not the weirdest part of Carl. That was just like stood out to me a little bit. It's just, I didn't like his communication skills are awful.
He's also, I think, very strategic. Like, I think they both are, is the thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Lindsay and Carl are both very strategic in their own ways for themselves. And Carl having that conversation with his parents and, like, dropping certain details without Lindsay there, I thought was really strategic too. Because it was like, okay, what are you doing? Are you like trying to lay the groundwork here on camera so that it's all like you have the tapes and everything? Like, him saying, oh, we got into a big fight on Memorial Day weekend. I left and went home. Like, those are all things that we did not know. And he's like telling us like in this way. And obviously he was working through like what he wanted to do at that time, and he's getting advice from obviously people he trusts, but I just feel like he was kind of, and we saw whatever in the preview, he does say to Lindsay like, oh, I talked to them, he said he, the way we are right now, like, he wouldn't marry it, like, so I guess he is going to tell her that eventually, but it just feels like he's moving a little shady.
I totally agree. They're clearly not compatible in any sense of the word.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we learned. Every episode proves it more and more. Every episode proves it more and more. We see them talk. We see them talk about what, like, their future holds and what they want to do, and they're getting in arguments, and they seem like it's okay. And then at the end of the day, it's like, I just don't think they're compatible as a couple.
Right, and I'm also like, why would, like, watching this, I'm like, why would Lindsay even want to marry him? Like, there are clearly things she does not like about, like, at this point, I think Lindsay was probably just settling because she wanted to marry
she wanted to move on to the next phase.
And it's like, you clearly don't even like a lot of aspects about Carl. So
Right.
you should actually not even want to marry him either. But I feel like they just got wrapped up in this whole thing.
I mean, even Kyle was like, hey, you probably should have had some of these conversations before you got engaged. Like, Carl's like, yeah, I guess I didn't really realize that Lindsay wants to be, at home, wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And she's like, okay, well, that probably should have come up at some time.
Right. I mean, I'm just like, how do these people not talk about these things? Even Kyle and Amanda, though. I'm like, does Kyle even have a place to fucking talk? Because his wife wants to move to the suburbs and have did you guys talk about that?
Yeah.
There are so many.
I think they definitely did. He just ignores it.
Right. And I'm like, there are so many aspects where I'm like, how are these people not on the same page?
Yeah.
As couple, why did you get married if you're not on the same page? And maybe they change their mind. I don't know.
Right.
It's bizarre.
Maybe
to
they
me.
think that's what they want,
and then it changes.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm sure that does happen, but a lot of these couples, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? You guys seem like strangers. Do you even speak?
Yep.
But Summer House gets an A because it's the best show on Bravo right now. It's top to bottom, fantastic. Can't get enough.
Excited for new Real Housewives of New Jersey comes back.
Yeah, Jersey comes
Soon.
back, and I was so excited to have Summer House waiting for me to watch when I got home on Sunday. I was like, boom, sit on the couch with my mozzarella and watch Summer House. And so that was great. I didn't watch The Valley. If you want to be a better you in 2024, maybe you want to spice things up. Maybe you want to take on a new hobby. Maybe you even want to learn a new language. And you could do that with Babbel, the language learning app that really works. You don't have to pay hundreds of dollars for private lessons. You can just get an app that helps you out. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you feel like a world traveler this year and you feel like you want to pick up on a different language. Or maybe you're going nowhere. Maybe you are sitting at home and you're doing nothing. That's why you feel like you need to learn a different language. That's where Babbel steps in. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel has over 16 million subscriptions sold, plus all of Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guaranteed. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/chicks. Once again, get 55% off at babbel.com/chicks, spelled BABBEL.com/chicks. Rules and restrictions may apply, but if you're looking to pick up on a new language, look at Babbel and get 55% off babbel.com/chicks, spelled BABBEL.com/chicks. I did watch Vanderpump. Major Sheena and Sandoval fight, and it was just bizarre. Okay, because I do feel bad in some ways because we know that Sheena is dealing with OCD, right? And she talked about that, which can be crippling.
Yeah.
It can take over your brain, and it's not. I feel like people think OCD is just I like things clean. That's not what it is.
No.
There's so many different types that clearly hers are I don't know exactly what she has, but I'm saying
Right.
it seems like it's sort of she plays these scenarios in her head over and over again and kind of ruminates over them. But when she's yelling with Sandoval and she was like, how do you think this affect me? Now I have to worry about Brock and Lala. I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand that maybe that's how her brain is working right now, right? But at the same time, absurd to be comparing the two situations. That's something you should probably talk to somebody about, and yelling about it with Sandoval while Ariana's around. It's okay, this shouldn't be about how now you're nervous that your husband's gonna cheat on you with your best friend because I
don't know. I don't know if she maybe necessarily communicated it the best way, obviously, because they were fighting. But I do understand where she was coming from, in the sense that maybe she's not actively nervous about it every day, but because of what went down, the thought that it could happen, creeps in a little bit more, because before that you're like, oh my God, no, never, my best friend, that would never happen, but when it happens to somebody so close to you, if that happened to one of my best friends, I would totally look at my relationship and be like, fuck, like if it could happen to them, crazy.
Right.
So,
I feel like,
but it's just it's the way
it's
that
the
Sheena,
screaming, being like,
Yes.
you know how this affects me?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
It's just the
just
way,
the way it's
time has
relayed.
passed now, and it feels like now multiple episodes we're getting of Sheena kind of like turning the scandal more in a direction that's like about herself.
right. And I
So-
think it's just being relatable because,
Yeah.
like you said, that's
Yeah.
that. I think the way you said is like shit. Like if Sheena was like, damn, like it makes me like. But
Yeah.
when she's screaming, being like, do you know
When
how
you're
this
screaming,
affects me? It's
right.
like,
It makes her think she's staying up all night staring at the ceiling, being like, "Oh my god, like what if
And-
Brock and Lala are sleeping together?"
right, and then the way that they cut the episode to like Brock, the husband thing,
Yeah.
like with Lala, I was like, oh, this is some shady editing right here.
Yeah, totally.
Because I don't think Lala meant any. Like, I don't think Lala was making that joke to Brock. I think
No,
Brock
no,
just
no.
made that joke to
Yeah,
Lala,
yeah.
and then they panned to Sheena. But yeah, I mean, we knew what this season of Vanderpump was going to be, and we've talked about it every week. So Vanderpump gets a C from me.
You have far too much Jax across the board. Like Jax was in the episode of Vanderpump, and then also like the Valley was very Jax centric, launching this new product that he was having. But this, like, the drama on the Valley is so ridiculous. Like it's good, it's entertaining, but it's just like Kristen really cracks me up because she's just one of those reality TV people where it's like. She's on camera. She's on a mic. She's like, oh, like, I haven't said anything because I'm just like, I'm protecting her. I'm such a good friend. But like, you're saying that on camera so we all know something happened. And then, whatever she says, that what happened. And she's like, I'm not going to be the one to bring it up. I'm not going to be the one to break. They get all into a huge big fight. She brings it up. Everybody, it was ridiculous. Wait until you watch the episode because it also just happened like, within the hotel of the Mondrian as well. So it was like they were inside the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Every time I see the Mondrian on these shows, it cracks me
I know.
up.
But Jesse got a little pushy. So it was like, this is the episode.
I totally watched.
Yeah. It's the episode where Krista was, if I was like, it ended with a to be continued. She's like, I would have just stayed on Vanderpump Rules.
I totally watched this,
Yeah.
but I was in and out of like
Yeah.
I forgot what I was doing. I must have been like cleaning the kitchen or something because now I'm having flashbacks
Yeah.
of being like, wait, I saw when they were like shoving
out
at
on
the end of the episode.
Yeah, they were all out in the hallway.
Yes.
And Michelle's like, don't talk to my husband
right.
like that.
And
like they're all.
Kristen insinuated that
Kristen said she had a
Michelle
boyfriend.
did something. Like yeah,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like going behind it.
Kristen said it in her interview.
Yeah.
But didn't say it like in the moment.
Didn't say she's well, I know something about like
Yeah,
your wife
yep,
or
yep,
whatever.
yep.
And he was like, don't act like you know something about my wife. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
that does
Jesse
come
was
back
like,
to me.
don't fucking say, like, mind your own fucking business if you're about to put my wife on blast of something that like I don't know, like skeletons from her past that I don't know. Like it was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, just it's the perfect lineup these days. Of Bravo shows.
Vanderpump gets a C for me. The Valley will get a B minus, and Summer House is a A. I'll give this one an A. It was a good episode.
Yeah, that's all I watched, and that's I think all you watched too.
That's basically all I watched as well. I did watch the first, like I just said, the first 3 episodes of Baby Reindeer. I did not watch 4, but it's very good, very captivating, crazy. The acting is top notch. I did see an article last night that he, Richard is his name in real life, I believe.
Richard Gadd,
Yeah. That he was like saying publicly to fans to like stop because like fans were trying to like dig up who like the people were all in like real life and everything. And he was like, please don't do that, which super fair.
Yeah, I think
know?
that's because I have seen people trying to dig it up, which is not good.
Yeah.
And only causes more attention
Wow.
to it.
I mean, I'll give episode 1 to 3. I'll give it a A minus. I mean, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it is really
crazy.
Good. All right, Noah, what'd you watch?
I watched the finale of Shogun.
Yeah, I have not watched yet.
So you saw 9 though, right?
No,
Oh,
9 and 10 I
you're 2
haven't watched.
behind.
Look, last week I had
Yeah.
other things going on.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but like
Wow, we should have kept Gia in here. Gia
did
asked
she
me if
watch
I
it?
watched the end. She said she hated it.
really?
She did tweet about that.
Yeah.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, please don't.
But I liked how they wrapped it up.
Wow.
And I'll give it an A. I watched the show Sugar with Colin
Yep.
Farrell.
That's the Apple
episode
TV one.
5, yeah, Apple TV. Great show. I'll give that a B+. Highly recommend. I saw Challengers.
Oh, how was it?
Gel. I want to go see.
Same.
It was really good.
Oh, maybe I'll do that this week.
Yeah, I really want to go see
Yeah.
it.
I think going into it, the reviews are like insane. Like
Yeah.
it's like a 97 or something. I was like, okay, this.
But I feel like the internet reaction has been kind of like all over the place.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the internet reaction. I only
Yeah.
saw the like 97 whatever on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So I went in like obviously expectations are high, and I like tennis. I like. I'm trying to think of like any tennis movie that I've seen I've liked. But I think that kind of like my initial reaction was like, oh well, this isn't as good. Like this isn't as good as everyone said. It's a great movie. But then the more I thought and I also have to say that I had to pee so badly for the last 30 minutes of the movie that I think that actually like affected. I need to rewatch it.
You're probably thinking right because
I like was like
it's
I
hard to
can't-
enjoy the moment like that.
It's not a long movie. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. But I'm like, I don't want to leave, but I don't want to miss something. But I can't stop thinking about having to go to the bathroom. But it was really good. I'll give it an A-. I want to rewatch it, but just like the editing and the way that the structure of the story was interesting. There's a lot of bouncing around different times. Like you're like in the present, you're in the future. Like it's going back and forth a lot. But I like it. And yeah, I'll give that an A-. I watched Under the Bridge, episode 3. Riley.
I gotta start that too.
That is Hulu?
That's on Hulu, yeah. I'll give that a B+. And then I just rewatched One Always Sunny episode, the the restaurant one where they're all eating at the
Yes,
restaurant.
that one's so fucking
That's
funny.
just so funny.
That's a great
So
episode.
yeah, I'll give that an A. But that's all I watched.
I did watch The Princess Diaries 2 on the flight home from Miami. And let me tell you something. I could not have timed it better. The plane was landing. Like the wheels touched the tarmac as they were saying, putting the crown on her head.
Oh, that's
the
beautiful.
Queen of Genovia. And then the movie ended and
Oh
we
my
were here. I was
God.
like, wow, that was amazing.
What a beautiful moment.
That was Chris Pine's really
He
because
peaked.
everyone's talking about Chris Pine's whole look right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
it's
are
been
your
a long.
thoughts on his
Princess
look?
Diaries 2 has been a long time. Like that came out a long time ago.
That was
you know?
a peak of Chris Pine.
But God, he looked good in that movie. Yeah, that was lovely. I really timed that up. Really timed that up well.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right, that's everything we watched this week. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We will talk to you guys on Wednesday with some topics. We'll do full
Lots
pop
of
culture
topics when my
to talk
brain
about.
is back in my head.
Yes, not feeling like a bobblehead anymore. But we love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.